Leroy.
Leroy Ford was one of the baddest men.
Nah, dude, they call me the kangaroo.
It's like
Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better ask about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the showman. Still silly sauce with the show in. Till then, it's half moon open. Sometimes go takes like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded again. What is in store? Like under the seat of the driver's side floor. It's Gucci's galore, so many more. From 6 in the Mars, never a bar. Man, if I'm honest, the damage is done. Silly sauce, unlimited funds. Join us on Twitch for unlimited fun. J-Fig and Marcos, you with it or what?
Tobin, you have two Tobin is.
Welcome on in, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are streaming live. You knocked down my camera, dude. What are you doing? No, not for ready.
I didn't even hit anything.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Is it my fault you put your cord over my boom?
I mean, you know where the cord goes.
I know where the boom goes. If I would have left the boom so your camera was all nice, you would have said, bring the mic closer.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
You're right, Tommy. I'm sorry. Let's get to some headlines
Tommy,
here.
we are quibblers.
Let's get to the headlines here, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
Panthers lost last night 6-2 to the St. Louis Blues. Oof. Spencer Knight getting lit up like a Christmas tree.
Woo! Ooh.
Back to back.
Valentine's Day.
Hmm?
Valentine's
What
Day.
about Valentine's Day?
He was given.
Oh.
Does it make you appreciate Bob though, Leroy?
Nah, he'll never appreciate Bob.
All right.
What do you hold on?
Supposed
Hold on.
right?
Hold on.
can't miss prospect.
Hold on.
Right.
See, here's what's funny about you.
Hmm?
Right?
What's up?
That there's certain guys, no matter what,
Those are
no
my
matter
guys.
how much success they have, you just don't like them. Right?
That's strong words.
I have based my opinion is based on facts. That when he first got here, he was a sieve.
Yeah, let it go.
And-
Dude's in the zone right
Wait,
now.
wait.
Acknowledge the guy in the
Hey,
zone.
hey. Marcos,
Yes.
mark this tape.
All right.
Let it go from the petty of all petty.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Let
on
it
our
go.
team.
No.
He's on our team.
No.
You're a Panthers fan.
Oh my goodness.
It's true.
Do you oh
You're a Panthers fan,
You're a
right?
Panthers fan.
yes,
You don't root for the Panthers?
I do.
Then
All
why
right.
you mock Bob?
Because he gives up a ton of
Not
goals.
right now.
And makes,
Dude's in the zone
and
right
makes
now.
I enjoy
Dude,
Had a
it.
good season last season.
Dude has
too,
been,
right?
he was great last season. He's in the zone right now.
Yeah.
Panthers are on a run, all thanks to him. 2-1 filthy. And yet here you are. You know.
Okay.
Keep waiting for Spencer Knight to be the truth. We'll wait.
Okay.
Been told that for the last 3 years.
Okay.
Time to grow up, Peter Pan. Spencer Knight.
Okay. How old is he? 23?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
You know what
Like,
what he's
it
old
does.
enough.
Grow up, Peter
If
Pan.
you're old enough to be between the pipes, you're old enough to not give up 5 goals.
Okay.
Gave him an extension in the offseason. This is going to be year. Spencer Knight. Let's coordinate the night. Where is he?
You think Tommy listens to our show more than the 10 minutes he's on?
Hmm.
Because I think he would take that back.
The quibbling?
Yeah.
You'd understand why.
Yes.
Tommy Hutton?
Yes.
I don't know if Tommy Hutton listens to our show.
Yes.
Nah, I don't know. He's a friend of the show.
You think he would understand?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
okay.
see him at Jupiter next week. We could say hi to him, and,
All right.
and he
Yeah.
can stop the quibbling between the both of us.
Wow.
All right.
In person.
In person.
Gotta document
That
that.
is correct.
Miami Heat, they take on the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Sounds like Duncan Robinson's going to make his season debut. Or not a season debut, his return from injury.
Well, he didn't really
Maybe
do
it would be nice if it was a season debut.
Yeah.
He's sounds like he's going to make his return from injury after that finger surgery.
Nice.
Today?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's good.
I'll be watching.
That's good. They need some shooting.
They're
You
so
know?
low key with it, man.
All
It really is. It's a sneak attack.
It's
and
like,
it's
oh,
like
by
That's
the
what
way,
they do with injuries.
You know what it is? It's like
not a,
Duncan Robinson's coming back to work a Friday before the long weekend. Like he's been out on
He's
vacation.
pulling the old Crowder.
He goes,
that's the Romberg, right?
The
That's the
Romberg.
Romberg.
The
That's the
Romberg.
Romberg.
The
Yeah.
Romberg.
Romberg would always like come back. He's like, Romberg was on vacation. He's just come back for a Friday. and then back for the weekend.
That's
That's
when they-
Duncan Robinson. It's like, we got the All-Star break. I'll come back. I know you guys need some bodies.
Oh, you guys, what a break?
So what are you gonna
Oh.
say if he goes like 7 for 8?
I'll be happy. I want Duncan Robinson to play good. I love Duncan. That's my guy.
I don't understand you.
When have I ever wanted Duncan Robinson to play poorly? Never.
I mean, the term fat cat syndrome.
Well, the fat cat syndrome was true.
You have that locked and loaded.
I mean, like
Marcos?
I don't want anybody to have fat cat syndrome. You just have to call it out when you see it. You know, that's what we do as observers of the game, Leroy.
I'd like to say you're an observer of the game, but every time you're at the game, there are no pictures of the game. No comments about the game.
You know, I'm not a professional photographer. You know,
Professional journalist.
yeah, but you know,
And most of your
Not a
texts
photo-
were
I'm not
most of the texts last game were about Mike McDaniel.
I'm not a photojournalist.
Mike McDaniel.
What about him? That was
That's-
big news, though.
That he went to a basketball game?
No, I went to a basketball game and then hobnob with Eric Spoelstra.
Game recognized game.
Exactly, though.
That's
But now you see why it's a big deal. And they hobnob, yeah. The old love to hobnob.
Just a reminder that word has been sneaking into your vocabulary.
What?
Hobnob.
Hobnob.
Who doesn't love a good hobnob?
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean?
Like, mingling.
No,
You know? That's hobnobbing.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Careful. Get like a Pornhub category.
Oh no, hobnobs. Oh, it's plural.
Mm.
Hobnobs.
What do you
Oh
got?
no, it's a candy.
No, dude.
I promise you. Hobnob. It says
Look up hobnobbing.
Careful
again.
Hobnob. Urban Dictionary.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa,
Watch
whoa.
out, watch out
I
now.
feel like Urban Dictionary.
To hobnob means to chat and share a laugh
Huh.
and a drink in the presence of other people at function or party.
Told you.
Hmm.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
A lot of people were in that locker room tunnel. A lot of hobnobbing, dude.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Telling you right now. All right, what else we got here on the headlines? Derek Carr got released.
You knew that was coming.
That was coming.
Because nobody wants to pay $40 million.
Both Eagles coordinators got head coaching gigs. So the last two jobs went off the board.
I feel sorry for anyone who takes that Cardinals job.
Why? Just because you don't trust Kyler Murray?
Because he had the perfect coach for the system that he was familiar with.
He had a coach that said he was going to take him number one. Like, we don't know if Cliff Kingsbury was a good coach. In fact, a lot of people thought he wasn't ready to be an NFL head coach.
Right.
I mean, like, what was he famous for? Having a really cool house while he was during the draft? You know?
Yeah, but that was after he already got the job. So, yeah. So I think of all the jobs, I think that one is the most up in the air as far as can he turn it around. I just don't know. Like, you can see talent in a lot of other places. Like, you can say what you want about Indy. They have some talent. They just need a quarterback. And that's why they had these veterans in their last couple of years, because they had excellent run game, defense was okay, and they just, figured they were a quarterback away from contending, but the quarterbacks that they signed were not very good.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? The Saints. No, not the Saints. Denver. I think, yeah, Sean Payton is gonna, get the best version of Russ. But
Maybe.
we
don't know.
We don't know how good Russ is anymore. To be honest with you.
No, we don't.
And he, like last year, wow. I mean, I would have taken my chance with Skylar Thompson if Skylar Thompson was on that roster.
Wow, that's something right there.
But it just like at least you could still mold Skylar Thompson. Can you break Russ of those habits?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I think everybody thinks that he's going to have that touch. We'll see. So That's your headlines. We'll take a quick break. Speaking of Derek Carr, somebody thinks you should come to the Dolphins. That's next.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
2-1 Filthy.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take it up until 2 o'clock. You guys can text the show at 305-567-0560. Streaming live on YouTube. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel. Check us on out there. And I want to let you guys know, actor and comedian Paul Reiser coming to the Broward Center a week from Friday. We get a chance to win tickets. All you have to do is go to WQAM.com and enter to win. And you could be on your way to seeing Paul Reiser at the Broward Center. Got 15 minutes of Heat coming up. We got Rats Off a Ship today. Amy Audibert from Bally Sports Heat and, of course, the Heat Radio Network, Miami Heat analyst. Amy is going to join us in the 1 o'clock hour. We'll talk a little Heat with her. We got some news yesterday. Of course, officially, Tyler Hero is in the three-point contest. So that'll be exciting to see Boy Wonder. But, Leroy, this is going to be a theme I think we're going to see a lot this year in the offseason. We got one taken off the board with Tom Brady, who claims to be retired. So he's gone. They're not allowed to do this anymore.
Robbie texted me, did you ever file your retirement paperwork?
Yeah, I saw that.
Of course.
Why did he ask that?
I don't know.
Very random.
Huh.
But this was on NFL Network yesterday. They were asking about landing spots for Derek Carr. And, of course, one of the teams had to be Miami. And here was Peter Schrager from Good Morning Football on his thoughts about Derek Carr coming to the Fins.
Miami Dolphins are interesting to me. And that sounds like a
They have two
way outside the box thing. I find,
Right,
to me, if I'm the Miami Dolphins, I don't know what the situation is with Tua, and I look at Derek Carr, and I've got a team.
Physically?
Yeah, I don't know I think Tua, everyone's intention is Tua's returning as a quarterback, but Tua's in the final year of a contract. He hasn't gotten that big year yet. He's got that big deal. I don't know anything from the Dolphins side of it, but to me, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm so close. My roster is so loaded. You bring in Derek Carr to Miami. Are they not one of the favorites in the AFC?
They definitely aren't one of the favorites in the AFC. Did you guys not see Derek Carr get benched by his own team and just get released? And I don't know about you guys, but do the Raiders look like a team that's short on weapons? Because they certainly aren't.
Right.
I mean, they got some of the best weapons in the league, and all of a sudden, Derek Carr, pow, he's going to make the Dolphins magically a contender all of a sudden. He makes them a Super Bowl team. When did Derek Carr become this supernova quarterback that I'm unaware of?
For the same reasons why when they brought Russ to Denver, for the same reason why when they brought both old quarterbacks to Indianapolis, the reality versus what everybody thinks is sometimes not in the same, in the same country, right? They, with the way Indianapolis performed, right? They only thought if we get a serviceable quarterback, a veteran that's been in this situation before, with the talent we have, we can compete.
I just think all right, I get there's people who are Tua skeptics. That's a thing. It's going to be a thing. You just got to deal with it. You know that this is going to be a conversation with the Dolphins. Anytime there's a guy who comes out, Lamar Jackson thing, I get it. He's a hometown guy. Injury questions aside, he's an MVP. I get it. Okay. Tom Brady. All right. Greatest quarterback of all time. Fine. We not make every quarterback you feel like you're going to drop them onto the Dolphins. They're going to make them better than they were with Tua Tagovailoa.
That's the
He's
thing.
Derek Carr, dude.
That's everywhere
Bro,
though.
he's Derek Carr.
I know.
Let's take it a little bit easy with who we're just dropping in the middle of the Dolphins.
What about Phillip Rivers?
Oh, I know, but it's what are we doing?
Exactly. The only time,
Think about what this guy's saying.
the only time that it's worked, okay, is with Kurt Warner. And that was I think it was Arizona, his second team since leaving the Rams, because he went to New York first, right?
Yes.
Right. So he went to New York and then Arizona, and everybody thought at that point it was over, and they went to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I don't know. I think there's something to be said about a team growing and having your skill positions all work out together. Right? So the quarterback comes in with the wide receivers and they get like 2 or 3 years to work together. And I think that will, help this team more than anything. Hey, you just drop another quarterback in. Keep in mind, I don't think, and I can't say this enough, people don't understand what separates Tua from a lot of quarterbacks in the league. And I'm going to tell you, he gets rid of the ball really fast and is accurate. That's not that everybody doesn't have that skill. And so for you to just assume I'm just going to bring a veteran guy in. Well, a lot of the older quarterbacks hold the ball.
I'm just wondering, like, who do you think Derek Carr is going to that makes him the favorite in anything?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
That's the thing that's strange to me, is that if you had Derek Carr come to the Miami Dolphins, let's say Tua says today, I'm walking away from football, guys.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the Dolphins have to get a new quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and they bring in Derek Carr. What analyst, what odds maker is putting them ahead of the Bills?
I don't think you're better.
Who's doing that? What is this guy talking about?
Oh.
It makes him a favorite in the AFC. Wasn't he a favorite in his own division last year? He would be picked for third place if he was still on the Raiders.
Right.
Maybe last place because everybody would believe in Sean Payton.
I'm having a hard time believing, to be honest with you, that a guy who was benched by his own team can go somewhere else and all of a sudden be that dude. Because if he was anything close to that dude, I think the Raiders would still have him.
It's just a strange thing.
With a position that's so hard to find. We have deemed it one of the most difficult positions to find on a football team.
I don't think he's
then you don't play games like that.
I don't think Derek Carr's he's like Tannehill. Like, I don't think he's a bum. I think he's good. I think he's okay.
He's a little better.
Okay, fine. A little bit better than that.
He's better.
Here's Derek Carr. This one should be on his career grades. A little bit better than Tannehill. That's Derek Carr.
I mean, the numbers would speak differently.
Numbers. Dude is a 6-win quarterback the most time of his career. That's what he is.
All right. Like I'm not gonna go there. I don't think he makes the Dolphins significantly better.
You want to know why?
By what they demand of their quarterback.
No. You want to know why? Because he's a little bit better than Tannehill. That should be that's what he is. He's nice.
His numbers are a lot better than Tannehill's.
Maybe not a lot better. I think
A lot better.
Like it's one of these things where it's like do you think how special do you think he is, Derek Carr?
I think he's serviceable.
Middle of the
quarterback.
pack. Serviceable.
Serviceable.
A little bit better than Tannehill.
So you
think he's a little bit better than Tannehill because that's exactly what Ryan Tannehill is serviceable. So maybe a little bit better than serviceable.
I think he's better than Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, but a little bit
No, I mean
like
the
a lot
numbers
better.
The number I would say maybe 5 spots. I would say you put Derek Carr around, I'd say 10 to 15, and Tannehill 15 to 20.
You think I don't think he's anywhere near 10.
10 to 15. Go name quarterbacks. Like once you get to about 10 or 11, you get to that.
You think he's at 10? 10.
No, I'm saying between 10 and 15.
Yeah,
Go look at it. Figure it out.
For the record, their numbers aren't really that different. I just look at their career numbers.
Really?
Tannehill has
Let's hear.
Tannehill with 212 touchdowns thrown in his career to 108 interceptions. Derek Carr 217 touchdowns to 99 interceptions. And then the yardage, Derek Carr 35,000, Ryan Tannehill 33.
If the guy didn't cry,
No, really? Okay.
yeah, if the guy didn't cry, we wouldn't think that he's that much better. He's emotional Tannehill. Tannehill's got the emotions of a robot. Derek Hill's a crier.
What's the running numbers too? Tannehill probably has more rushing yards.
It's true. Dude has a good Instagram post. That's why people believe in him. It's true. He's nice. If you told me if you told me in a pinch, that's where the Dolphins got to go.
But think about this. Look at the teams who are looking for a quarterback. So, what about the Jets if they don't get Aaron Rodgers?
If you told me that,
does he make them better?
I would rather have Aaron Rodgers.
No. I'm saying if they can,
yeah, he makes them better. I mean, like they have Joe Flacco, dude. Like, yeah, he makes them better.
Follow me. I said the first
Yeah,
words out of my mouth.
he makes them better. What a bar. He makes their quarterback situation better. What a high standard he has to leap.
Yeah, but right, but again, these are the teams that you're talking about.
Yeah, but the Dolphins have a guy who led the league in QBR.
No, I'm not saying no. Listen, we're on the same page with this.
Okay.
Derek Carr is not better than Tua.
He's a little bit better than Tannehill.
I don't know, man. Tannehill, 2,000 rushing yards. Derek Carr, 800 rushing yards. 26 touchdowns rushing for Ryan Tannehill. I think Ryan Tannehill's better than Derek Carr, too.
Not anymore, but like I think if you took him in at their peak, about samesies.
Yeah,
maybe you take Derek Carr a little bit more because he's a little more razzle dazzle, a little bit more of a gunslinger.
Not
a little bit more. Maybe you like sausage pizza, maybe you like pepperoni. I don't know. A little bit more, one or the other.
You hungry?
Always.
That makes sense. Is it a little bit more or one or the other? I'm not sure. What pizza am I getting?
No, because it's like, do you like sausage or do you like pepperoni? I like pepperoni a little bit more. That's Derek Carr.
No.
Gotcha.
You might be right, you might be wrong.
Like the same.
It's the same.
Yeah,
it's the same.
It's a one-topping pizza.
It's the same. It's a little bit. They're not bad. They're fine.
Neither one of them is a meat lovers.
Am I replacing Am I replacing my quarterback after the season he had last year with him? Not really.
Nope.
If I'm
agree on that.
If I'm the Commanders, the Saints, yeah, kick the tires.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the teams that should be talked about with Derek Carr, it is a definitive difference.
Right.
But to even suggest that he would make a team that has a quarterback who has played the way he's played last year, he would make that team better.
What he said was one of the favorites in the
right.
NFC.
No, that's crazy.
Which is
you know what else would make the Dolphins a contender in the AFC? Tua playing 17 games.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right. I mean, if you just take and go with the trajectory that he's had with the games that he's played, if he plays 15 to 17 games, they are contenders in the AFC. So, and I can't say that about Derek Carr. I can't. Can you definitively tell me Derek Carr's better than Tua?
No.
Right.
Not.
You can't. So like, yeah, I'll take my chances and try to keep Tua healthy.
This is going to be a topic
forever,
all off season. But like, all right, I'll hear you if you're going to tell me you want to roll the dice on Aaron Rodgers.
I don't even want to do that.
I know you don't, but I'm saying like, if you're going to have that conversation with me because you doubt Tua, you're not a Tua believer. I'll hear you out with Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the best quarterbacks, tons of MVPs.
Would you hear me out with Lamar Jackson?
Of course, I would hear you out with Lamar Jackson. I don't care. I like if at least you're going to tell me, all right, hold on, Tobin, can I sell you on Lamar Jackson? I will sit here and I will have some coffee with you, and then maybe we'll disagree after my coffee.
We
but if you start your conversation, you say, hey, Tob, here's your latte. Let me hear it. Let me sell you on Derek Carr instead of Tua. I'm throwing the coffee in your face and walking away.
Coffee, it's hot.
Wow. He's so angry.
Just bought coffee.
Hey, is there anybody that gets angry over a hypothetical situation? I just got hot coffee, dumb dummy, and I was just here.
In this situation with Peter Schrager. Like if you scones over a former MVP.
That's hot coffee, baby.
If you want to replace him with Lamar Jackson, hometown story of it. All right. You want to know what my standard is? Here's my standard. Win an MVP, and I'll have a coffee with you about replacing Tua.
But here, okay.
But if you're coming at me, Leroy.
How dynamic can Lamar Jackson be when most of this offense depends on an accurate quarterback?
But here's the thing. You're not getting coffee thrown on you. At least we can have a talk about what this team can be with Lamar Jackson. We can have a talk. But if you're coming at me and you gave me a latte and you came with the names Derek Carr or Jimmy Garoppolo, coffee thrown on you.
Can we get another Jimmy Garoppolo? Because you like, why are you so angry? Say Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, what are we doing?
He said that because he thinks he's handsome. That's why he said it that way.
He's undoubtedly handsome. Am I winning a beauty contest here? Am I selling cologne? No, trying to win football games.
You are an interesting bird.
You okay, Leroy? You got a lot.
Whoa,
of
I'm
confidence.
sorry. I'm sorry. Not bird.
Yeah,
Individual.
Watch
Careful.
out.
Yeah, be careful. You'll have Pocket shown on you.
Boring story time.
Jigs, a murderer.
50 minutes eats next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
When I do the show from my house, you're lucky if I put some drawers on.
Let's get to 15 minutes of heat here. Yeah, a little 15 minutes of heat because the Heat back in action tonight. Man.
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
Broward Health celebrating 85 years of service to our community. Then, now, forever. Broward Health.
All right, 15 minutes of heat here with you, Tobin and Leroy, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Miami Heat back in action tonight, taking on the Brooklyn Nets. And the big story out of this one, Heat are getting a little bit healthier, at least with one person. I mean, technically, they still have, no Tyler, no Vic, no Kyle Lowry, but Duncan Robinson looking like he's going to be making his return tonight.
Good.
He is questionable.
Yes, sir.
With his, so he has been out since January 4th when he had surgery on his middle finger on his shooting hand. And so he did travel with the team to New York for tonight's more than a first half finale, but before the All-Star break. So exciting. You get a little bit of shooting. Little shooting, love.
Strus has been coming on too. So
A little bit.
Over or under 3 threes made tonight?
Over.
Duncan Robinson, over under 3 threes.
Made.
I'll go push.
What? 3.
Why do you have to?
Should have gone 3.5.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
see what I'm saying? See what I'm
I
saying?
should have.
That's
See
your
what I'm
bad.
saying?
That's your bad, though.
No,
Do you
you're
guys
right.
understand what I deal with on a daily
I think
basis?
he'll hit 3 threes.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Well, you're right. Should have went 3.5.
You should have.
Yep.
You're not gonna trick me.
The line moved 3.5.
3.
Okay, under.
The line.
Okay.
Thank you, Leroy. I appreciate that.
There we go.
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
It's not hard to say.
That-
The prediction is 3 threes tonight for Duncan Robinson.
You're something else.
I don't think I am something else.
You are.
Could have put it at A. If he would have said 4, all right, we got something there. But how about this? So Tyler Hero is in the 3-point contest. Second longest odds, Leroy, for Tyler Hero. I think I want to throw a little money on Boy Wonder.
I mean, he has been throwing bricks. He has built a brick house so far.
It's a contest, though. There's nobody defending him.
Okay.
You wouldn't take a long shot on Duncan Robinson?
Was it 15-1?
Get a heater? Nah, he's like 6-1. 6-1, 7-1 in some places.
Okay. Who's the favorite?
Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield is the favorite.
He can shoot.
Buddy Hield, who I don't know, did you guys watch the game against the Pacers last week? Because I know that Buddy Hield went up to Eric Reed and requested a kaboom, which had never been done by a road player, I don't think.
Whoa.
And Eric was very torn on whether or not he was going to give a kaboom to Buddy Hield. But that's the
fact that he even knows.
That he knows.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Right.
an honor.
That's
Wow.
an honor.
Did he know?
Is he like from down here
someone tell
or
him?
from the
Yeah.
Bahamas?
That's not too far from here. I feel
yeah?
like a
So
lot of-
that like if you're from the Bahamas,
Probably get
maybe
Heat games.
wow.
probably
yeah.
get Heat games.
They do.
I don't know, but I don't know if Eric obliged if he did give the kaboom or not. I because he asked on Twitter.
Yeah.
I told Eric my 2 cents on Twitter was he gets one, but only in the first quarter.
That's fair. That's good. Yeah, because that doesn't affect us too
Yeah,
much.
it doesn't affect you. Give him a
That's
little tip of
nice.
the cap.
Yeah.
Wall saying he did. Good. I'm glad he did.
Oh, that's
good
nice.
for him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tip of the cap.
Yeah.
If
That's
somebody
because he's probably been a fan of the Heat and has listened to Eric Reed, when he was younger.
Buddy Hield plus 400.
He's a favorite.
Dame Lillard plus 450. Then Jason Tatum plus 500. Same odds for Lauri Markkanen. Anthony Simons plus 525. And then you have Herder, Hero, Halliburton all at plus 600.
Okay.
Some places I've seen Tyler plus 700 and Halliburton plus 750.
I give you 2 players. We'll draft 2 players right now. Let me see the list.
Wait, you're drafting 2 players. Like you guys are going to see which of these 2 players.
Hield,
Ready? Wait,
Lillard.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
It's tails.
What?
I was going to say tails.
Point for him. He gets a point. I like
Point for Leroy.
You should go tails never fails either.
For sure.
I have a tails never fails.
He
Oh,
waited
why'd
for
you
you
do
to say
that?
something to the opposite.
All right, so draft. So you get the first pick.
I'm gonna go Lori Markkinen,
Trader. I'm going Tyler Hero.
Whoa.
and then I will go
Marketing, huh?
Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar.
All right.
Okay. Should I go double intangibles?
Ooh.
I don't know. I'm gonna go.
You went Tyler. So that's
I went Tyler. Took a
solid.
long shot. I'll go Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I was
I'll
gonna
go
say,
with the favorite.
do the long shot and the favorite. That's
Yeah.
good average.
I'll go because I was gonna go Red Velvet, but I feel like I don't want to have too
All
many.
right.
I like
intangibles.
Leroy's picks though. It's kind of like I didn't expect that, and it's usually I didn't expect that. Who wins?
So here's where we go. So it goes winner, of course, and then after that, if neither one, then it goes total threes
Okay.
between the
Fair
two
enough.
guys.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough. No, I think he's got a shot. Like, look, Duncan Robinson. I thought Duncan Robinson was going to run away with the 3-point. He got bounced in the first round when he.
But he got bounced by somebody who had 26 points, 25 points.
Did he? I don't know. I don't remember
Yeah,
him
he
having that
got-
good a performance.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. He was like I remember thinking like out of that weekend because they had Bam the Skills, Derek Jones Jr. and Duncan Robinson. I remember thinking Duncan Robinson's going to run away with the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
And he got bounced early. Bam and Derek Jones ended up winning. Now, I remember there was a lot of controversy that year. That was the year where Dwayne Wade gave Aaron Gordon a 9, and everybody got really mad at Dwayne Wade, and they thought the fix was in. He was doing some heat home cooking, which maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Hard to say. I don't know.
Oh boy, hard to say.
But I don't know. But for me, I think I don't know. Tyler's got that. I just feel like big stage, nobody guarding him. I feel like this is a place where I think he can get hot and he can run it off.
It's weird because some guys, like when they practice, they don't have practice just shooting threes. They always have a coach waving a stick or waving or running at them. They always have that. So sometimes when they get into the environment of just shooting, it's not the same as when they practice.
He also,
threes.
I don't know how long he's known. That's the thing. I think he's maybe known for maybe a little over a week.
He can roll out of bed and shoot. What are you talking about?
But like you're saying, a lot of people do practice with the rack. Like they practice with the rack next to him.
Okay.
Like that's usually what they. But I suppose you could just go to New York and do that.
What
find
are
a
you-
gym.
What are you doing?
What?
He's a professional basketball player and a professional shooter.
Have
Right?
you seen the Kevin Herter though? Like, have you seen what he does?
What does he do?
Kevin Herter can shoot.
Bro, Kevin
Herter can shoot.
You got to watch this video of Kevin Herter. I'll see if I can get it for people. Kevin Herter's warm up is insane. Like he just keeps backing up and shooting.
He
from
is
half court.
literally one of, and this is no lie, one of the best shooters in the league. But
Red Velvet. I just like saying his name.
You like saying that?
Do you guys know the 4 Miami Heat 3-point contest winners in history?
Let's see. We got Jason Capono.
Correct.
Glenn Rice.
You got it.
James Jones.
Yep. This is the one that I'm like, I forgot about this one.
Who was
Daquan Cook.
Okay.
Ruined his career, by the way. Never the same after.
Never the same.
All right.
See, it could mess up. Like Tyler's not a 3-point shooter.
Yes,
he
he is.
shoots threes.
You're not. Yeah, he's not a specialist. What you're saying.
Right.
I got you.
Like Struce and dunks. Like when you go and see, like they have a board where they practice, and every time I've seen that board, there's like guys who you don't even know could shoot the three, making 85 of 100, 90 out of 100. They don't miss in practice.
Not
So
the same though with the bright lights. they
Bright
get
lights.
nervous.
Bright lights can get to people.
They get nervous.
Really?
You know?
And that money ball.
Oh, the money
Wait.
ball, dude.
you like you think they get nervous shooting the ball in front of people?
Yeah, I think some
They
people.
spend half their life getting booed by on the away games.
It's alone though, dude. It's the same. It's not. It's
Alone.
It's alone. You're like they're alone. Nerve wracking.
I'd be a Hall of Famer if I could be a football player alone, without people in the way.
JFK, can you throw up the Kevin Herter video for Leroy to check out? This is the Kings tweeted this out like a couple weeks ago. This is his drill, And
He plays for the Kings?
he used to play for the Hawks.
That's where I thought he was.
Yeah, he used to play for the Hawks.
Yeah.
I think he was in the Sabonis trade? No.
Probably.
It was not because it was the Pacers. I don't know who he was traded for. I forget.
Tell you what,
Jeez.
Kings doing good.
Kings are doing
Yeah,
good.
what are they, third?
Third. They've been third for almost a month.
Wow.
Yep. And if you guys haven't seen the video Kevin heard for our radio-ons, he's basically just going from like the free throw line to the three-point line to the half-court line to the three-quarterback line to the other end's three-point line, and he's just heaving these shots.
Wait, no, he's not making this.
And that one,
He's not even in the picture.
From the other 3-point line?
Yep.
Oh!
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's only like, is it real or you think it's fake, like the Steph Curry video?
No, you see, this looked normal. Like
It
some
does
of them
look
hit the
normal.
rim, some of them, and he looked like he was putting his body into it. He wasn't just, flinging it.
Plus, he's Red Velvet. I mean, you're not gonna. Red Velvet's not gonna lie to us.
Yeah, he doesn't have the budget for a camera crew.
All right.
So no, but like, and here's the funny thing about this is when you watch these guys play and shoot, like what you see during the game is not even close to some of the talent that these guys have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they all can shoot. A lot of these guys can shoot really well. But I'm gonna go with the guy or the two guys that are mostly known as spot up shooters. So they're used to standing in one spot and then shooting.
Who was your second pick? I know you picked Lord Marketing. Who else did you pick?
You
You picked Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar.
All right.
And Dame Dollar's just like he's a scorer.
Respect.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
We'll take a break. Hour Tua coming up next.
Listen.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
What an awkward time to throw my mic on. Hour 2 of the program. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
Ian Rappaport. He tweets, new Dolphins defensive coordinator Vic Fangio has officially signed his contract, and the organization will announce he's on board today, source said.
Attaboy.
So finally, after all this time.
It wasn't all no time.
After all the waiting.
It was 2 days after the Super Bowl.
And minutes ago, the Miami Dolphins have tweeted.
Somebody give that guy a gold star.
We have named Vic Fangio as our defensive coordinator. Welcome to Miami, Vic.
Write what you will.
Fangs up.
Hey, no. He signed the contract 2 days after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe he was always going to do that.
It seems like that was the plan.
He was. It was
I
actually
said that
stated before.
And you acted a fool. Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot of reported flirting.
Hold on.
Fangs up.
Marcos, do we have any of the stuff that he said about Vic Fangio when he didn't sign?
My guy Fangs?
Oh.
Time's up. Fangio. I'm done with you. It's over, dude.
So he's definitely
I don't want you.
He's definitely going to be the defensive coordinator.
Time
Yes!
is up, Fangs.
He using the reverse psychology thing.
Nope. I gave him COB till yesterday, dude, and time is up. He ain't coming here. He ain't coming. We've all been duped. We've been duped. We've been led astray. This is a bunch of horse bleep. He's not coming here. And quite frankly, I'm sad, disappointed. But you know what? Better we find out now he's a phony than while he's knee-deep in the job. See ya, Fangs. I didn't know he was undertaking another project. Though, at the time.
And what was your announcement today?
Fangs up. If he wants to be a slut when he gets down here, that's fine. We'll open up a website. OnlyFangs. OnlyFangs is open for business, dude. Nothing but sexy defense from here on out. At OnlyFangs, we love the exotic blitz.
Point for Tobin.
Does your flip flopping haunt you at night?
No, it doesn't.
When you're
He's got
sleeping?
-1.
He's got no soul. He just
At OnlyFangs, we love hits that
flip-floppery.
At OnlyFangs, we love hits that bring the wood.
-1.
dude.
He has like a little notepad by his bed where he writes them all down.
No, he doesn't. No, here's what he does. He goes off at the mouth,
Mhm.
and then the next day, what else? Didn't work out.
At OnlyFangs, we love blowing up the naked bootleg.
2-1 filthy.
Where's the Celsius?
Point for Tobin.
I'm glad you like that one, Marcos.
We
Naked
love,
bootleg.
We love blowing up the naked bootleg. Really? at
OnlyFangs, dude. That's what we're doing at OnlyFangs. Fangs up.
2-1 filthy.
2-1 filthy, Paul. Finally, the Fangio era is upon us.
Can I just say, we do a show with a guy who follows all the sports more than us, but reports on all of these sports, never about the sport. Never.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. You were boots on the ground. You told a story about somebody whispering to you boots on the ground and about Mike McDaniel.
That was true, though. That was a true story.
I know. And Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't know what the hell was going on in a basketball game because you didn't care. You were there for the other stuff.
I didn't know that at the time, though. Like, I really went that for.
So do you saying you have the attention span of a gnat?
No, I mean it was thrown.
Oh, Mike McDaniel!
A wrench was thrown into the night. I didn't know that Mike McDaniel was going to be there.
I mean,
So like he
you-
turned into
wait.
full paparazzi.
Focus had to shift.
Wait,
The only thing that he knows is that he knows nothing.
Exactly.
you do realize you play in Miami. There's always going to be stars in the crowd. Always. Always.
Classic.
At OnlyFans, you no longer have to stop the cheetah. Cheetah. Also
-1.
You don't you don't think you owe Fangs an apology? I'm
Getting
sorry.
back to this gutless Fangio. Boo-hoo, and you go, oh, it's not done yet. All right, good.
I
Go
thought
to your
that
little
was
friends
happening
in the
right
media
now.
there. You know, you what's wrong? Not enough flirting for you? You wanted the #1 defense to flirt with you? Very unbecoming, Fangs. I would have thought somebody in your stature and experience doesn't need the dog and pony show, but apparently I'm wrong.
He could have been the
Apparently I'm
defensive
wrong.
coordinator of Philly.
This guy wants to be wooed like The Bachelor. Well, guess what, dude? Mike McDaniel, he'll give a rose now if he chooses to. Because you've taken those thorns and stabbed us in the back.
If he does not sign the contract, it is not official. I don't know what the big deal is.
A real interview slut this guy is.
Someone gets them all the
Yup,
time.
I said it. A real floozy. Floozy Fangs is what they call him.
I can confirm that I will confirm when it's confirmable.
You know, you ever hear about Casting Couch? Well, we're gonna have coaching interview couch.
Dude.
And only,
I'ma just tell
and
you.
only Fangs. Fangs can do all the faux interviews he wants to.
Can I just tell you
What?
You're on that island
For that
boss.
interview slut category, we have an OnlyFans.
you on that island. What is wrong? Like he went full scorched earth 3 days ago.
That's not my fault, though.
I tried to speak sense to you.
Mm.
I tried to tell you.
So-
Even your subliminal is dumb. Whoever in that brain is advising you is an idiot, right? Like, so why do you do this? I tried to stop you. I spent that whole show. Hey, man, relax.
It was actually like 3 shows.
He doesn't have to sign now.
It really was.
I kept saying he doesn't have to sign now. There's no football.
I mean, in hindsight, though, he really undertook a project that was a kind of a waste.
He signed 2 days after the Super Bowl,
Right.
which his gig was up in Philly.
Yeah, I know. You're a consultant.
Really?
What?
Really?
What?
You don't think you overdid it a little bit? Don't.
I was in a rough place, you know?
Okay, I thought you was gonna say the other thing.
It's gonna come.
Hard to say.
His heart was in the right place.
No, it wasn't.
My heart was in the right place.
No, it was not. Your heart was in a bad place.
That's true.
You.
But it was in the right place. Because at that time, my heart needed to be in a bad place. You got to keep your heart guarded.
Huh?
Exactly.
He's writing a country song.
I told you this was gonna happen. I told you this was gonna happen.
Dade South says Tobin's been right on the money with Fangs and JT as defensive coordinator for the U. I stand by that.
There was no hurry for him to sign a contract.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they said Vic Fangio, and you felt that he should have signed at that day, on that day.
I was very excited about Fangs up.
And now,
It really wasn't about the contract, if you recall. It wasn't about the
No,
contract.
no.
It was the fact that he was apparently backing out and going to interview with his buddy.
But somebody told you that.
Yeah, it's true. I believe
Okay.
them. I don't think they're liars.
Then why is he here?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably money.
Of course. I told you that when it started. If he's going to be the highest paid, there's nowhere else to go except have somebody match that. And a lot of places, their coach is making that much. The head coach. So where's he going to go?
I don't know.
This
is a happy day. Why are you so worried about getting me? I'm happy. I always wanted Vic Fangio.
Because a week ago you were miserable.
No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago you were miserable.
Right. It was a very sensitive issue.
It was sensitive for all the wrong reasons. He didn't have to sign a contract at that time.
You wouldn't like me if I was reasonable.
I don't know who that is. Because you're never reasonable.
Exactly. At OnlyFangs, we don't need triple X because we just got X.
-1.
Like the coaching couch.
It's only one X in Xavier.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you want to make it.
No.
All right.
This is about as good as Noah bit. I'm not gonna leave.
No, not that again.
Yes.
Not that again.
Noah.
I don't know,
I'm not gonna leave.
But the problem is that we all understand where that's coming from. But Tobin came out of nowhere. You actually told a coach you have COB until COB today. That man wasn't thinking about this job.
Well,
He was in Philly.
probably because he's old. He's probably fishing. The old love to fish. And now he's here. Great place to fish.
One of the funniest things that you ever told me when you went fishing with the brother-in-law or the husband,
Mhm.
and you said I had to catch more fish than him.
Of course.
Did you? Was it a lot?
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course.
I mean, you're just standing off the boat with your rod
I
dangling.
hate
It's not.
those. I
It's
know.
not.
Especially the
you're
ones where
not
there's like tons of
fishing
people.
for
There's
sport.
nothing grosser than going on like one of those fishing charters with a bunch of people, and then you open up that
Mm.
bathroom because everybody got seasick.
Woo.
Ew.
You go to the bathroom on a boat?
I was gonna go take a leak, but then it was Pukeville.
Huh.
Like I couldn't imagine being it's probably not a great thing to ask you.
Well,
never mind.
Wow.
Could I imagine being on a boat?
Mhm.
No,
You can ask me.
I've gone deep sea fishing.
Yeah, but
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't believe
Caught
you.
a sailfish. No, I did.
What?
Absolutely.
You.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. You, Mister, I don't go in the water. I don't mess with beaches. You've gone out in the middle of the ocean?
A lot.
Caught a sailfish?
We've caught probably
when?
We've caught
You're a phony,
we've gone up
dude.
there and caught mahi. Oh, that's the best. Bring that fresh mahi in. Yeah.
I feel betrayed.
Yeah.
Why?
You said you'd never do that in your life.
No, I
With
didn't say
us,
that.
Too.
No, I didn't say no. I've
Yes,
gone
you
fishing.
did.
I've gone fishing. I said I'm not out there hanging around and going and look at reefs and stuff like that.
What's the closest anybody's ever convinced you to snorkel?
Ooh. The Bahamas somewhere?
No. The
A
closest
pool.
I've been to snorkeling was when we went to Jamaica, and they have the little net up, right?
Oh yeah, that
and
net.
and we're looking at all the little fish underneath, like right where we could go. But here's what's scary. So we got on the little paddle boats, and then me and Fonz got on the little the wakeboard or whatever. Not the wakeboard, but the paddle board.
Or okay, a paddleboard. Okay.
Yes. And we start paddling, and I got tired. And I was probably like maybe say 1,500 yards off the thing. And I looked down, and the water was like maybe 80 feet deep, right? And I was like, damn, I thought it was all going to be, if I slip and fall, I just stand up and get back on it.
Oh, look, the
You can
Dolphins
still
just
do that.
released a press release for Vic Fangio.
Uh,
Awesome.
Yeah, so no, I've been Like I've done the saw some barracudas, right? They're terrifying.
I know.
Them things.
Lots of them at Peanut Island.
No, we were in Jamaica. Did that? Did the little paddleboard? Did the
I think it would be a fun video if you and I went snorkeling together.
No,
Why not, dude?
no, because when I go underwater, I look like a snack because I'm just delicious. You like
Sorry, what?
I always think when I go underneath there,
Yeah.
because the fish, the sharks, all those animals is like, wow, we hardly see dark chocolate down here. Let's go get it.
Well, I just want to say before we take a break here, welcome to Miami, Vic. We're very happy to have you, dude.
Okay.
That's my guy.
His heart was in the right place.
My heart was in the right place.
No, you just said it wasn't. You said you were in a bad place. So technically, even that's a lie. Are you going to tell the truth today?
Hard to say. JFig, how do I change my my subtitle there? I wanna change my name from today. Do I have to log out? No. Do I have to leave?
Go to the little 3 dots in the corner of your picture. And then you edit.
Did
your
you write
headline.
that?
What?
He wrote that.
Total 13 iguanas with your bare hands.
Yep.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, I was like, is that like one? Is that your record or is that like
Did you
total? I feel like
cook
you've done
13 of them for your wife yesterday?
I haven't cooked them. No. I've had people come by my house because they've seen the iguanas and they've wanted to catch them for food.
Okay.
And I offer it up. Like
you
I said,
do. You
Yeah,
like, just
yeah,
get
yeah.
them out of here.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're invasive. They're not good for. They're not good for your house.
Now they're feuding with like other lizards. Like I saw these 2 lizards and I was like, oh, these are iguanas, but one of them didn't look like an iguana. I was like, are there more lizards in South Florida?
It's an issue, man. It's a huge issue with the iguanas. They're out of control, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Want to let you guys know, by the way, if you guys are interested, country music fans out there, guys know I like the country. Luke Bryan, we are giving you a chance to go see country music star Luke Bryan at Resorts World Las Vegas. And we're going to even give you some cash to help pay for airfare, pick a hotel, and we'll give you 2 tickets to see Luke Bryan. Here's how you can win. Go to the Odyssey app, you log in, all right, and then you listen to WQAM, and you can also go to WQAM.com and listen there. You get 1 entry for every hour that you listen. The more you listen, the more chances you have to win, all right? If you guys want to buy tickets, you can get them now, AXS.com, and check that on out. Check that on out. By the way, tickets you guys will see this week. I'm very excited about UFC tickets go on sale on Friday. So if you guys are going to see the big fight, Style Bender, and Pereira 2, and Jorge Masvidal versus Gilbert Burns.
You've been to multiple events, and I'm sure sat in multiple locations.
Mhm.
For a novice such as myself and a lot of other South Floridians who hadn't had a chance to see it in person, is there a bad seat, a better seat? What's like the average price of like a ticket?
I have
Is it
no
more
idea.
expensive or less expensive?
I have no idea, dude.
Because you never pay.
I never pay.
All right, I get it.
Gotta be honest with you. There's
Yeah.
nobody probably knows worse about, like, I'm the worst person to ask this.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
very lucky when it comes to the fight game.
All right. Well, you're dead to me. How
I'm
about that?
sorry.
No,
I don't know the best answer for that. I don't know what the best. I have sat a little bit higher, and I've found that's pretty good seating because with a cage, it can be rough at certain angles.
Yeah, that's what I was
Even
thinking.
cage side, it can be tough if you're at a certain post of the octagon.
Is that where you
to
are?
see?
Cage side.
Wow.
Remember last time we went, we were sitting when we were at the Hard
Pacquiao?
Rock, and we couldn't see because of the glare.
Yeah, they gave us really lousy seats.
We couldn't see because of the glare from the lights. Was hitting that thick glass.
I've never sat that far away at UFC.
Gotcha.
Right.
Like PFL sitting us at I was a little insulted, to be honest with you. And I know I'm a snob.
I'm
I was
telling
a
you,
little
what,
insulted, I
when
gotta be honest.
Last time UFC came down to FLA Live, we were right there.
Yep.
We had almost a whole table to ourselves, except for me and the guy that was drinking next to me.
Yeah. I'm
Awesome.
excited
Does
about
that mean you're going to get us tickets? That's so nice, Tobin.
Wow.
I didn't say that.
That's so sweet.
It's really
I didn't say I was
nice of
gonna
you
get
to
you
say.
tickets.
I
I didn't
can't
get
wait
him
to
a
be
ticket. I got him a
patient.
credential.
Oh,
Even better, we're going to have
Leroy.
credentials.
You guys can't.
You know
I
what?
can't have you waltzing around there murdering birds. Like what if a pelican flies by?
There will be no bird. Okay.
Never know.
Is a bat considered a bird?
No.
Has wings.
What?
Well, he's got a point.
He does have a point. Did you guys see yesterday the beef going on in the wide receiver world?
I did.
Between Juju Smith-Schuster and AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Hey, but the funny thing is that AJ Brown's kind of right.
No, he's definitely
right.
Yeah.
He's definitely right.
Also,
But
that was a little funny though. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it first that Juju posted that, I thought it was funny.
it was a Valentine put out by Juju, and he said, "Happy Valentine's Day, everybody." And it was a picture of AJ Brown. It says, "I'll hold on to you when it matters most." And then AJ Brown.
It can't come from him, right?
Well, he's very active on social media. This we know. Yeah. And then AJ Brown, he responded. He says, "First off, congratulations. Y'all deserve it. This is lame. You was on your way out of the league before Mahomes resurrected your career on your 1-year deal, TikTok boy." He admitted that he grabbed you, but don't act like you like you're like that or even was or ever was. But congratulations again.
Right. See, and here's the hard thing with that is anything that he responds with is gonna seem like sour grapes, but not like that. Right? Because he started it off with the no disrespect line. And the no disrespect line was, congratulations, y'all earned it. However, so yeah, I don't like it. Once the game is over, who cares? Like, go enjoy your championship. Why you gotta look back down and like go there? Like, no. But I don't know. There is no response. Because I mean, look, because you know how fans are. Fans look at AJ Brown, look at Schuster, and say, "Dude, what are you doing? You ain't the reason why y'all won a championship."
And then we had Tyreek Hill chime in,
of course,
who just is instigating all this, and he goes, "Big AJ," when he responds to the AJ Brown thing, and then Juju Smith-Schuster responds to AJ Brown. All right, and he goes, "Glad you were able to finally get that all off your chest after all these years. Good game, bro."
Oh, what years? Did they have some past beef?
I don't know. Thumbs up emoji, ring emoji.
See, then now you're going to throw that. Like, you can't then throw the ring at him and drop the mic because you're the one that started this. Nobody wasn't messing with you, and then you responded with, you know, a ring or whatever. Because guess what? For him, that's pretty much an answer to anything as far as football is concerned. Right? Somebody get at you.
I mean,
hey,
AJ Brown played awesome. I can understand why he's upset.
I don't think he's upset at the game. I think he's upset at who's coming at him.
Yeah, he's not better than him.
Right.
I get it.
Well, who was the last time? Didn't we have a conversation? Oh, when Devontae Parker and who was it went at each other, talking about you can't even sit at the table.
That was Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
that was Michael Thomas. And
because he said A.
Well, Michael Thomas, by the way, hasn't like played ever since that back and forth. No, and Devontae, you know, he's still in and out of lineups all of a sudden, but all the time. But Patrick Mahomes also weighed in. He just says that man just must be bored.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Who must be bored?
AJ Brown. I'm assuming.
Wait.
I'm not gonna throw his teammate under the bus.
None of this started. There was no dialogue until
Juju
decided to go at AJ Brown.
Well, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. He went after Bradberry.
Bradberry. Oh, and then AJ Brown jumped in and defended him.
AJ Brown was.
He admitted to holding you. End of conversation.
Yep.
He didn't say it was a bum call. He never look. Kudos to him, because you know what he said. Yes, I held him.
Yep.
It wasn't. Yes. That should have been the end of it.
Really feels like Tyreek Hill just looks to sit back and instigate.
Yes. Oh, yeah. But that's the best place to be. The best here. You know where Tyreek Hill is hanging out? He's hanging at Tobin's Boom Boom Room. Tobin's Boom Boom Room, where they just sit up, smoke a hookah, and go along Twitter and just go back and forth with folks.
Tyreek Hill responded to Juju Smith-Schuster.
Like
and the guy says, "Man played the victim. LOL, I'm logging off here today."
Right. You can't, once you instigate something, you being the victim is over. Right? Because there would be no victim if you had kept your mouth shut. Is that a fair assessment? I tell you what, I promise you, I don't even have to know. I'm familiar with Twitter. I promise you, the comments are not very friendly to Juju.
I don't think people like Juju because he's. Wasn't there even a clip of Andy Reid saying, "How come you don't move as fast as you do on those TikToks?"
You know, Andy Reid, for as nice as people think he is, he told people, if you go out and watch the halftime show, don't come back. You're not playing the second half.
I saw that. I mean, I don't know what has anybody actually ever done that? Like, gone on the halftime show to go watch the halftime show?
We saw it actually. McPherson, the kicker for the Bengals, sat there and
No,
watched
no,
the
no,
whole
no, no.
show.
Here's no. Hold on.
'Cause he's a
I'm
kicker?
going to
Is
give
that
him a
what-
break. I'm going to give him a break for this reason.
All right.
The kickers always go out earlier because the second that field clears, they start kicking the ball. Then the rest of the team comes out.
That was a
So
long.
they're always that, and the halftime is like 25, 30 minutes for the Super Bowl and for like playoffs and stuff like that. So the kickers always go out extra early to warm up, stretch, or whatever, because by the time the team gets back on, you got like 2 minutes and then the second half starts. So whoever's kicking off or whatever, that kicker has better be loose. So if you say it's a kicker, I'm gonna cut them a little bit of slack, even though the optics of them watching the halftime show doesn't look great. They're only there so they can get on the field as soon as the halftime show ends.
Take a quick break. Back with more for this.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. JFA, just now when you were waving and stuff, since there's like this little hidden version of you here, it kind of looked like you were like doing a concert. I'm not gonna lie, because one of them was delayed, the other one it was at different paces. I know you get it. You see the bottom two screens here. One of them is delayed, so it looked like you were really jamming out to the Gorillas.
I was in my head.
Yeah, well, show.
Only thing I know about them is that all
They're
their videos are cartoons.
Yep. Which makes me really question what their live performances are.
I mean, listen.
I hear nothing but good things
I mean, but
I would say this.
do I see the cartoons?
Hey,
on the screen.
how's that any different than Milli Vanilli?
Well, I mean, they got canceled quick. They got exposed.
Yeah, but the musical's still good.
I didn't remember a Milli Vanilli song.
You don't remember Milli Vanilli?
Well, but if it was
why
that
would you?
again-
It was 40 years ago.
Yeah,
And then the one guy kept trying to be an artist,
Mm.
and the other guy, he's no longer with us.
We got some text rolling in, by the way, on the Kennel Toilet text line. The guy says, did I hear that Tobin's catching iguanas with his hands? You're not that fast, bro.
You heard correctly.
I got a dozen at least to my resume, dude.
Well, hold on. Let's clarify.
If you say all frozen, that's not true.
All
not
winners
true.
below.
It's not true.
I seen you live, dude. We were at the picnic. You couldn't catch
Dude.
not one.
Okay, dude. I got dinosaurs on my resume.
But you're
Now
holding
you're making
them.
me upset.
Gotta open up the pictures.
Who cares? You catch is a catch.
Yeah.
Who cares? What does it matter how I caught them? Does it say, did I say I catch iguanas after doing a 100-yard dash? No, I caught them with my bare hands.
But you say when the guy says you're not fast enough, there's no proof you're running one down.
Doesn't matter. He's saying that I don't have iguana catches with my bare hands. I do. Just because there's more than one way to skin an iguana. Dum-dums. If you guys want to run after it and not catch it, that's on you.
I don't find it fun catching iguanas. Sorry.
Very insulting. Very insulting.
I'm not. Listen, nobody's seen you run down an iguana.
I never said I did. Okay? I'm not Bruce Bolden or whoever the hell that was that chased down DK Metcalf. Maybe it was DK Metcalf who caught Bruce Bolden. Well, I never said I was that.
Okay.
I just said I caught them with my bare hands, and I've caught them in the heat. Corral them. Sometimes they run up against a fence like a dummy. They're not very smart. They're reptiles.
I would like to think that the guy I've been doing the show with this long is smarter than an iguana. Sorry, I made that assumption. That's very fitting.
Yeah.
That's a very small iguana.
That's not even an iguana.
It's a lizard.
It's a lizard.
I'll get you a big one. But I caught that one too. It felt bad for him, actually. I was like,
Why?
oh, look at him.
Nobody
He's so sad.
Oh.
He's so sad. I can't be doing this while doing a radio show, looking through heaps of
can.
pictures. I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
That is catching iguanas right there.
What is that?
That is about 8 iguanas that this guy has just caught.
Who is that?
Stacks.
Stacks.
Who's
Catching
Stacks?
iguanas. He's a Florida man.
He's a Florida man.
Florida
He
man.
is the Florida man.
He's the
iguanas.
He's the Florida man? Because a lot of people are
is.
staking
Yeah.
claim to this Florida man
Yeah.
thing. A real Tarzan. He used to be Florida iguana man. They got Python cowboy.
Nah.
He catches, but
He's
he
that 954 man.
he kills it. He kills iguanas.
kills iguanas.
Oh yeah, he takes them out with the little air pellets.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, which
That's
is what
okay,
they
though.
which is
They're
what they tell you to do.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what they tell you
I
to
thought
do.
that was strange that there's like a few animals in Florida that they're like, yes, please kill them. Like boars.
Because they're invasive, dude.
Yeah.
They're not good for the environment.
Bastards.
Why?
Because they burro and they can take out power grids and they can cause houses to collapse.
Wow.
Like in Lake Worth, I think Lake Worth power grid has been taken out by iguanas multiple times.
Wow.
What
Don't they take
they
out
go
our
in-
signals sometimes?
They Joe burro under the ground and they ruin it.
And we haven't, with all the technology we have,
Power outage iguanas.
I can right now mash a button on my car,
Yeah.
on my alarm. I can mash a button on my little remote, and
But
my
that's an
car
old
will
picture.
start, and it
Wow.
will go to the temperature I want it to in the air condition.
What'd you say, Jeff?
And we can't figure out a way to stop iguanas from digging up the power grid.
Isn't that an old picture?
Yeah, I didn't say I caught an iguana yesterday.
Oh, I thought you did. That's why you wrote it.
What?
Mm.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
We can sit here and watch college footage of me playing football. It don't mean I could do it now.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like
Living
that?
in the past, dude.
You thought that you thought that I caught a dozen iguanas yesterday and I just failed to mention it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
On Valentine's Day?
Well, you did mention it. You
Let me
had it
explain.
on your headline.
Well, no. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
It's like interceptions. You think you
first
like,
of all,
catching a dozen iguanas over a lifetime is a lot.
First of all, if he had caught an iguana,
Yeah.
we would have got video evidence.
Yep.
True.
Because he sends them all.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen that much.
Well, what do you
What's wrong?
what?
wrong?
You said if I scored what?
I said it's like interceptions. Catching a dozen iguanas over your career is a good career.
Yeah. I don't know if 12 I mean,
I don't
This
know.
dude is
I feel
holding
like
8
Stacks would
at one
disagree.
time.
Good for Stacks.
I'm just saying.
got
It
8.
doesn't
So
look like
what-
he's got another job.
So
you know?
he's the Ed Reed of iguanas.
Wow, shaming him.
Wow!
Dude.
Holy smoke!
Whoa.
Why you lash out? You mean that's just bad.
He's a bit shamer, dude.
Yeah.
-1.
His bit is catching iguanas. That's his bit.
That is.
All right. Unless he's actually selling the iguanas, maybe that is his job.
selling iguanas. No, you kill them.
He does
Yeah, but you
taxidermy.
could sell them for like you could like make a skin out of them. You can make iguana belts or wallets or things like that.
Nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah. You could sell the
Ew,
food.
What?
So maybe he is a poacher.
You
I
know what?
apologize.
I would-
Stacks.
Taxidermy. He
I
does
would-
taxidermy.
I will tell you this.
But one would say if that is your
The
living, like you should catch
the
more.
thing
Oh,
that
okay.
that terrifies me, or I know I would never eat iguana, is the same reason why I don't eat gator. Still fishy.
Ew. Is
It's yes. It's
Gross.
still
Gator too.
fishy.
I've never
Yes.
tried gator. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
What do you
that's it.
think?
Off my
Hold
list.
on.
Yeah.
They hanging right next to the fish.
Yeah, but it's different water though.
No, it's
It's a swamp.
dude. What are we doing?
I don't know, man.
Different water
Yeah, it's different water, man. That's not ocean water.
How would you
And
know? You don't
fish-
even want to go in it.
and fish don't hang out in the Everglades.
I've never seen a fish in the Everglades.
What? I've gone fishing several times.
You've done a lot of fishing for a guy
You know
who
what?
says he'll never
I'm
get to
standing on
boat.
a boat.
It is fishy.
I don't trust.
I
you.
don't like it.
It no.
What are you guys talking about? There's no fish
alligator.
in the Everglades.
Nah, I'm just making
That's him because
no,
he,
it's
he said
Marcos. It's not us.
because I just didn't know that alligator tasted like the ocean. It just doesn't make sense. It's not the same
it
water.
tastes like something that's been in water. So when something's fishy,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Because like that's what gator tastes like.
Mm.
And then to the jackasses that say this to me, I want to fight you,
Okay.
and it's a preemptive fight.
All right.
It depends on how you prepare it.
Mm,
Don't say
yeah,
that.
That's not true.
If it's not prepared right. If you have it prepared right, it won't taste fishy.
No, that's
You know when else it won't taste fishy? If I don't eat it. Don't
Guy
have
says,
it.
when will Tobin go python hunting? They're paying money for those. I saw that, man. I was watching the show Swamp People, and the Dusty Crumb's now on that. I guess his own series has run out. But yeah, it's like it's like 300 a python, maybe even bigger depending on the size. But like I guess an average size python that he got.
Yeah.
You
Wait,
know?
300 for like removal, or
It's like a bounty, yeah. Like there's a bounty on it. Like he could sell them for skins too, and like
Yeah,
things
and
like
then
that.
make
Like
some
he'll
more
go
money.
and
But that's what he does. He skins them and they
yeah. But you also get a bounty price for him just taking them out, like by the state.
300.
I don't know, like that's what they said on the show. I don't know, like I don't know the specifics of it.
That kind of sucks because I think I would need more than that to put myself in harm's way.
Remember those pythons? That
Yeah,
fell through
but
the
for
roof?
him, it's like, going to LA Fitness every day. That's all he's got to do. That's what he does. That is who Dusty Crumb is.
Mm.
He's trying to say, Python Wild Man. That's what he does. That's his life. It's his essence, how he breathes.
All right.
Catching pythons. Remember how happy he was when he found a raccoon? Do you have that clip, or did you not bring that over?
Did not bring that one.
You didn't bring. I want that. Get that from me.
Sure. It's
Get
on-
me.
I'm on
Get
it.
me him on how happy he was finding a raccoon.
You got it.
And knowing that the mammals were coming back to the Everglades.
And knowing we were sitting here staring at each other like
It was a great interview. I don't know why are you judging him?
I'm judging him.
Yeah.
I got so excited.
I really thought we were making a difference.
I saw a raccoon. And I tell you, I'm like, well, first of all, aren't these snakes in marsh and
Guy says
Everglades?
he says we put iguanas in crab traps for bait.
What?
How about that?
Wow. For bait for what?
You drown?
Crabs?
Yeah.
They cut them up.
I guess so. Iguana nuggets. That's like that weak ass House of Dragons villain. Remember the Crab King?
Oh, what was that?
That guy was the lamest.
Misdirection.
You want to talk? How about that guy? How about that guy held down the fort for years, and it's like they took him out with like one flurry. Like this guy held down the fort, the Crab King. Oh, he puts crabs on me. Oh,
and wasn't it like, oh, I don't have a sword. I don't have a sword. Oh, I got a sword.
Yeah, it was.
They,
Really stupid.
they had a crab boil.
Like, yeah. What are we talking about? The Crab King. Oh, he throws a crab on me. What is the lamest villain in Game of Thrones history?
Yeah.
Think about people like they've gone up against witches and the dead and actual dragons, and this guy's throwing crabs on you, shellfish. I mean, I guess if it was Marcos was the enemy, he'd be fine.
All right. Want to hear Dusty Crumb talk about raccoons?
Sure do.
You know, I saw a raccoon for the first time in 5 years the other day in this spot that I've been hunting, and that was one of the happiest moments of my life. And it's like, yes, maybe we are making a difference.
Exactly.
So let me get this straight. You know, I could say the same thing. I could go downstairs, look around, and say, for the first time in 5 years, I saw a raccoon by the Citadel. Right? Maybe he didn't see in his spot. Maybe they ain't have no raccoons living there.
Okay, but you're
lashing out.
He said at his spot. In his spot where he looks for iguanas.
What are you talking about? If you're in the woods at all times, I imagine he knows what the wildlife situation is like. You're doubting him? You're just saying he's just missing the raccoons all this time.
Question. How many raccoons have you ever run into in the Everglades?
I haven't been to the Everglades that many times.
Okay.
But I've seen plenty of raccoons.
No, I've seen raccoons. Yes,
I've seen possums.
Yeah. I understand that.
Mhm.
But raccoons don't normally live in the Everglades.
You don't know that.
Do you know that, Leroy?
Yeah, do you know that?
When was the last time you saw a raccoon in water?
I haven't seen fish.
Excuse me?
Just what I said. You heard me.
Raccoon in water?
Yeah.
Raccoons wash their hands.
Okay.
It's a known thing.
Okay.
They're very cleanly eaters.
I think he meant like, that is true. That is true. But I think he meant like swimming or something like that.
Just because they don't swim doesn't mean they're not near the water.
Why do I imagine them by like a water fountain instead of like by like a lake?
Because why not? We've just imagined everything else. Why not imagine that?
Why do you think you know a lot about the trash pandas? I don't understand this.
Because I know they're trash pandas. They're not Everglades pandas.
Okay, so let me get this straight, dude. I just wanted just so we're clear.
Yeah.
You think that
Good.
the only natural habitat for a raccoon is in the backyard by your trash can?
No. Woods.
Woods, yeah.
Okay, but where he's looking for these snakes is
There's
marsh
woods
and
too,
Everglades.
but there's woods
marsh
too.
and Everglades.
Hmm.
What do they eat out there?
Yeah, what do they eat?
Well,
What do
probably
they eat?
fish.
No trash.
Fish, bugs, they're omnivores.
Nah, it's no fish.
Berries.
Hold on. Because hold on.
Oh, he's looking it up.
I'm gonna just ask a simple question.
All right.
Do raccoons COONS
You got it.
eat fish?
Obvious. Let me know when you say yes and I can get my point.
Okay. The preferred raccoon diet contains food found in or near water, such as a white guy wrote this. Want me to tell you why?
Why?
Crayfish, frogs,
Sorry, Marcos.
fish,
Hey.
snails, and clams. But they always enjoy insects, eggs, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and even dead animals.
Okay, so cool. So boxed in.
I'm not boxed in.
Boxed in.
I don't think he said fish.
I'm not-
I said fish. Boxed in.
You've been
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime
-1
Whoa.
-1
for lashing out.
Wait. They eat koi
For
fish.
lashing out.
So while you have that pretty pond outside, and then the trash pandas coming that night to eat your little koi fish,
Possibly.
goldfish.
They're little. Yeah, dude.
Nobody eats goldfish.
They're vicious.
Crustaceans, so crabs or whatever.
Yeah. I know all this.
Amongst
You
the
doubted
thousands
me.
of species-
Shallow water fish.
I know. So can you just apologize to Dusty Crumb and to me
Yeah.
for your lack of raccoon knowledge?
Everglades
I will
Holiday
apologize.
Park.com.
when you can replay the last time you apologize?
I always apologize. I apologize to Trevor Lawrence. I apologize whenever I wrong somebody, and I am wrong. Old Tobes. They call me apologetic Tobes. That's what I do. You know?
What?
There's two things you can know about old Tobes, all right?
Yeah.
I'm right a lot, but when I'm wrong, I apologize.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all apologetic toes.
You apologize to Vic?
Apologize for what?
What? You told him COB.
I gave him the coolest slogan in his career's history.
No, but you didn't apologize because he ended up here anyway, and you were done because you said he's playing games. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he's just waiting till after the Super Bowl.
Hard to
So
say.
you're not apologizing?
I mean, he's here. What's the difference?
You're the worst. You are the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst.
Back after this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Well, it's a science.
All right. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, Leroy, let's get a weather update, huh, from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm.
I checked earlier.
Free consultations 24/7. Call them up at 866-954-MORE.
If you notice outside, the plane should be coming from right to left. Winds out of the east at about 10, 15 miles an hour. And it's still a little chilly. I would say 75 degrees. Other than that, partly cloudy. Looks like it's a little more cloudy, but excellent day.
You guys can text show at 305-567-0560 on the Kendall Toyota text line. Texter writes in, raccoons live in mangroves. Another guy says, Leroy is wrong about raccoons. They do live in the Everglades.
Yeah, check the Everglades website. They said raccoons live here.
Guy says, Goose here. I saw a raccoon and a raccoon family in the west coast of Florida in the Everglades in the marsh. They feed on shellfish and little fiddler crabs.
Wow. Leroy.
Wait,
what do you have to say
first
for
of
yourself?
all, how are we feeling about taking advice or from somebody named Goose?
Sounds good to me. Goosies.
Of course.
Goosies.
So let me tell you guys what happened to me yesterday.
What happened?
So Rebecca gets home early from school.
Mm-hmm.
I come home, whatever. Hey, Netflix doesn't work. I go to Netflix. Your account has been suspended. I don't know why. Okay. There's some fraudulent activity. Somebody went in, changed my email. So now the email is not associated with my thing. I called Netflix. So I'm wondering if somebody in the house accidentally changed it, like thinking they were adding their information, but changed the main one. So I said, what email do you have? Right? We're not allowed to give that information. I'm like, you've already proven that it's my account. I want to know if somebody in my house changed the email. We're not allowed to give that information. I said, so you're protecting the crook. I said, do you understand you're protecting the crook? So back and forth we go. He goes, okay, there is some stuff showing up. All I can see is .net.ce. That's what he gave me.
Huh. That's not very helpful.
I'm like, are you serious? He says, well, I'm going to get you all fixed up again. I'm like, I want to know who hacked my account.
That's nice of him.
I said, why are you protecting the criminal? Back and forth. This guy still couldn't understand that he was protecting the guy stealing my information.
So where are we at with this?
They fixed it, and he said, and here's where I know the people at Netflix are morons.
Yikes.
Because I get spam every day, and it's from the same people, but they change one little letter, put a cap, so you'll get 5 messages from the same company in your spam folder. And all they do is either capitalize one letter, change the way they write it in the sender, and you can't block them all. And I said, hey, people that steal stuff, right? And information, they'll just change the email a little bit so you can't block them. I said, what's the email? So to anybody who has gone through this, and you got to call Netflix because somebody boosted your, information and wants to do whatever, understand that they're idiots and don't know what the hell's going on. Because I called because of my account being hacked, and they did more to protect the information of the person that hacked me than me.
Fair point.
That's what happened to me yesterday.
Get some headlines.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Fonz.
Oh, happy birthday, Fonz.
I go through this gauntlet every year, and I just happy birthday, Fonz.
Let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I'm back in that.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what? Beep, beep. Somebody texts in and they say, wow, the University of Miami has hit a real low when Lane Kiffin is taking shots at Mario Cristobal. I was unaware what this guy was talking about, so I looked it up.
Of course, you did some
and
research.
So basically the Canes just lost another coach. There's a big coaching exodus. They've Charlie Strong left after he got passed over. They obviously got rid of 2 coordinators.
Charlie Strong left when he got passed over for defensive coordinator?
Yes.
Okay.
He left. Yeah, he left this coaching staff.
Why?
Why did he get passed over?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know. But he did. I should have gone with Jason Taylor. Anyway, and so they also lost their running back coach. All right. So they lost their running back coach, and Lane Kiffin hired him, Kevin Smith. And Lane Kiffin then goes out and he he tweets out just a link, and it says, he basically just tweets out the headline from CBS Sports. It says, Charlie Strong, 4th key assistant out at Miami as Mario Cristobal retools staff for year 2. Very odd thing for a coach to tweet out. He's Lane Kiffin. He's a troll.
He's right, though.
Well, he's not. I mean, he's not right. He's just tweeting out an article.
How do you know he's not tweeting that article out for anybody who has an interest in wanting to go to Miami that he's also recruiting?
I don't know.
It's always an angle.
I'm sure there is an angle, but it's Lane Kiffin he pushes buttons.
Yes.
He does push buttons.
Yes.
Is it a low? I mean, I don't know if it's a low. Usually Lane Kiffin, it feels like he's taking shots at Nick Saban. So I would say, I don't know if I would say it's a low. Just pointing out we kind of knew Mario Cristobal. Obviously, there was going to be a big overhaul in the coaching staff this year. Dude, you got
but
5 and 7 is going to do that.
But you can't get rid of one of your better recruiters.
Well, they didn't get rid of him. He left.
Listen, hold on. You didn't get rid of him, but you damn sure knew if he didn't get that defensive coordinator job, he was probably going to leave. So, in effect, your decision at defensive coordinator got rid of Charlie Strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, okay. Semantics.
It is semantics.
But
it is.
You didn't get rid of him.
It's not like they said.
But you kind of did.
I don't know.
Really?
What?
That's like if Lynn came in and said, I'm not firing you guys, but you're working overnights now. Yeah, you are. Yeah. You can make the job.
It's not really. It's like if we were working overnights and then they hired somebody else. And then we said kick rocks.
No, if we went to overnights.
They didn't give him a demotion.
Huh?
They didn't demote Charlie Strong.
No, they didn't. But it almost sounds like.
I get what you're saying. You feel like if you have the credentials and you're on the staff, you feel disrespected. I get you.
Right. Unlike you would have hired Jason Taylor.
I would have hired Jason Taylor. I mean,
which means this conversation that we're having is even more ridiculous.
Is it?
Because I'm talking to you, and you didn't want Charlie Strong. You wanted Jason Taylor.
That's right.
Okay.
And Joe Rose did too. Don't leave that part out. I don't want to take credit for his idea.
You sure he was serious?
He sounded serious to me.
Nah, it was pretty serious. I mean, and it's really not a bad hire.
It's
I
not
understand
a bad
Charlie
hire.
Strong is the better option, Leroy.
Okay. Thank you.
But Jason Taylor's a good
He's just
hire.
the more experienced option. Doesn't mean he's
Okay.
the better option.
Correct. He is the more experienced option. Take Ed Reed too. But yeah, I think he was serious about that Jason Taylor thing. And hey, I don't know if you know this about Jason Taylor.
Handsome.
Film junkie too.
Yep. But handsome.
Handsome as well. Everyone knows that though. He's a looker.
Really, J-Fig? Best video op? We all got.
That's been on for quite a while.
I feel like you
But
should,
that-
silly up yours. That's
I don't know what to put, and I'm not putting
Murderer.
murderer. So
You know what to put.
you know what to
You
put.
know what to put.
Maybe you should just put okay.
Okay.
Pretty good.
okay. I can't even hear it.
I feel like the Canes should be on to that Lane Kiffin's trolling him. I think if he's trolling him, that means he's worried.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Multiple tweets.
Or
now, too.
he's trolling him because he just got your coach.
Maybe.
Go ahead, say it. Hard to say.
No, I don't think it is hard to say. I think, it's just one of those things that, if he's going to go tweet out articles about that, then I think I don't think Lane Kiffin does that for somebody if it doesn't worry him. I mean, the Miami Hurricanes have one of the highest recruiting classes in the country.
Mhm.
You know, Lane Kiffin was bantied about as maybe getting the Canes job before Cristobal did. So maybe he's jelly belly. Everything about that? You want to come back down here with the MILFs? Mrs. Boca?
Huh.
He's a little farther south than Boca.
I could get Coral Gables has its MILFs too, dude.
Well,
He'll be all right.
Different.
Now he's stuck in where were they? Oxford?
I don't know.
Gross.
There ain't no Oxford, Mississippi.
I think there actually is.
Really?
I think that's actually the city that it's in.
That is the exact opposite. Yeah, it's Oxford, Mississippi, city of Mississippi, dude. That is a -1.
-1
I've been to Mississippi.
for deception.
It don't seem like them parts have Oxford.
Not coming with the facts today, old Leroy
We're
Horde.
not coming with the facts at
Not
all.
coming with the facts today, dude.
Coming from you is hilarious.
Well, only one of us has been on the facts today, and it's not you. You got a lot of facts foul tips.
It's like
That's a +1.
I'm
That's
not-
a point.
you ready?
Point for
I'm not firing you, but you're now working overnights. Starts tonight.
That's funny. I give him a point.
Oh, that was from Len. I thought you were talking about the Twitch that was on.
No,
the,
it's from Len.
No, it's Len. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Leonard.
Leonard.
We'll take a break, get some cat talk, some other silly sauce. Back with more after this.
Oh, that they don't have to go full on rebuild. Meanwhile, in goes Verhage right side, top shelf, he scores! Carter Verhage put it over the shoulder of Jordan Binnington, and the Panthers get one back here. 29 on the year for the Panthers goal-scoring leader, Carter Verhage. Top corner on Binnington. 6:32 left in the third.
Yeah, but damage was done, Doug Plagans. Panthers lose last night to the St. Louis Blues 6-2 on the second night of a back-to-back. You know, I knew that was going to be tough. Panthers were facing a tough road schedule. I heard Paul Maurice on with Joe earlier today, and he was like, they didn't even fly out because he just wanted his team to get rest. So, you know, tough. They're scratching and clawing right now for that playoff spot, man. They are. So they just they fell even for. I think they fell behind the Islanders yesterday. So got to leapfrog a team to get in there to one of those two spots. But no bueno with the Cats losing yesterday. Spencer Knight in goal, and you know, got their ass kicked. Leroy, I don't know what to tell you. They got 3 goals in the third period. Okay,
3 points out.
Okay. They I think they are exactly 3 points out. I will double check that for you real quick.
They're getting better. It used to be 5 points out.
It used to be 5 points. Yeah, well, they're going up. You know, I mean, in fairness, they did win the President's Trophy last year, but
I think
they are currently 2 points out, but they don't have games in hand.
I would say this. I would say that I think both teams down here need one of those stretches, 5 or 6 game winning streaks. Like the Heat do too. They're trending in the right direction, but you just need that push. That so to say, okay, here's where we are. Here's what we do well. Let's finish. We got everybody accounted for. Let's make this final push. I think they need to do it, and so do the Panthers.
Well, that's your Cat Talk here, brought to you by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Oh,
ooh, that was a good one.
Sound effects.
Oh, hey, SMR for
This
you
is
right there.
a delicious flavor.
I told you, dude.
This is the one.
This is the OG.
That is the one.
This is
the
one.
OG.
This one's really good, but I'm still with my strawberry lemonade.
Oh, game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
Strawberry lemonade really doesn't taste like strawberry. It's more lemon.
I like that, though.
With hints of strawberry.
The Cats will be back on the ice Thursday against the Washington Capitals. Obviously, a big one because Washington holds one of those 2 wild card spots. So they need to get that one. They need to get that one. That would be huge. Get that, especially if you got to beat them in regulation. You
Just go on on a little run.
Yep.
Where they win 6 of 7, and get like 12 points out of 7 games. That'll move you right into the mix. But they haven't had that all year.
They do. The Capitals are dealing with the story. Leroy brought this up to me, but Alexander Ovechkin is away from the team because of the death of his father.
Originally, it was reported
it was going to be a week
for personal reasons. No, they said no timetable.
Yeah,
and they kind of insinuated when I first saw the report that he wasn't going to be back all year, and then the story came out as to why.
Yeah, his father's gone. They first said it was expected to be gone for at least the rest of the week, but now it could be longer. There's no timetable.
Right.
So,
you want to be the person to call him and tell him come back?
No.
Right.
No. But that's it's a tough. So I don't know. Is his father? I wonder if his father is in America or if he's in Russia. Yeah, he has to go home to Russia. It says further complicating matters as Ovechkin needs to go home to Russia, where his parents and family members live. There are travel restrictions in place amid the country's war with Ukraine. There are no direct flights between North America and Moscow. So that's another thing that he's got to deal with in this time right now.
He's got to fly the other direction and come in and, oh, man. I feel bad for these, situations like that, where you're doing something you love, but you sacrifice family for it. I hope he's able to get over there.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anyone you gotta not make an exception for, but come on, it's Ovechkin,
I don't think North America is going to make an exception for maybe going back. Maybe, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it's a tough thing, man. It's that is affecting a lot of these athletes.
Yeah.
From Russia. It's It happens a lot with that happen, with Russian athletes with the Olympics.
Yeah,
And this is a personal situation, but even like with the political situation.
Was there a boxing match that got delayed?
There was
Didn't Khabib get stuck? Who got stuck in Russia? Couldn't
his father did. There were some visa issues with his father. That was before the war. His father died before the war happened. But yeah, that was a thing. His father would get stuck for visa issues a lot of the times. That would happen. But yeah,
Lomachenko, right?
Lomachenko fought in the war in Ukraine. Yeah. Well, he was supporting the troops. Yeah. He didn't go. Usyk, the Klitschko brothers.
The Klitschko brothers. Because one's a mayor, isn't he?
But they're not fighting anymore. But yeah, they're like.
Isn't one a mayor of
Kiev?
right.
Yeah.
Isn't one of the Klitschko brothers married to? Hold on.
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not married anymore.
What's her last name?
Panettiere. See,
Hayden Panettiere.
She did the movie.
Panettiere.
She did the movie with the ass running in a horse race.
When Hayden Panettiere was when he was married to her, that's when Klitschko got knocked off the wakeboard or off the paddleboard by Shannon Briggs.
That's how you say it.
And then when she found out Shannon Briggs knocked him off the paddleboard, and she's like, "Wait, you didn't do anything?" He goes, "No, honey, he crazy." He goes, "We're divorced."
Ooh, really? Is she like 4'3"? She's tiny.
I mean, he's 6. He's like 6'8". So I don't know.
She's very tiny. Yes. And she did the movie with the zebra running in a Kentucky Derby or something.
What? I'm sorry.
Stripes.
Racing Stripes.
Oh.
Racing Stripes.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Yeah.
It's not a classic.
Okay.
Wasn't she in one of the cheerleader movies too?
Bring It On.
Yeah.
The bootleg.
Was it Bring It On?
No, the real Bring It On had Kirsten Dunst and Gabby Union.
Oh yeah, that's a real one.
Oh, they did the follow up one.
Yeah, she was probably in the bootleg one. Bring It On again.
Wait. You know what? You guys she's not from Remember the Titans, though.
I believe she is from
Yes, she was the daughter.
Yeah.
She was the daughter.
That's the star role right there. I don't care what else she did. That's the role.
That was a good movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Like football movies,
Yeah.
not those idiot movies you guys watch.
Okay.
Right? So I like
Speaking of that, Leroy,
We Are Marshall.
Ant-Man not rated well, huh? What do you think of that?
I got my tickets.
Well, good luck.
Ernesto says,
Is it terrible?
That's what they said.
Ernesto on YouTube says, completely out of nowhere, but talking wildlife earlier, did Tobin ever find out if that falcon that he saved actually survived? It did, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You're a liar because you did not go talk about it. Stop it.
You idiots think Tobin did a follow-up on the bird? No!
I didn't want bad news. I just like to think he survived.
Okay.
I just put that into the universe. Yeah. Why would I want to know if he didn't make it?
Wait, I'm surprised when you caught him, you throw him up and go, fly!
Dude, I thought he was dead.
Wait, fly!
Yeah, I thought he was dead at the time when I saved him. I didn't know. Otherwise, I was ready to scoop.
Wrong.
We have a new turtle.
There's only one person here who knows the true pulse of a bird.
Boring story time.
We have a new turtle.
You do? What do you
Yeah.
mean you have a new turtle? Like you got a new pet?
Yeah, like Rebecca found a turtle a few months ago. Got him a little, tank and everything. And then the other day, I was outside cleaning the patio, and Fonz goes, "Hold up, another turtle." Went threw him in there with the other one.
So you got Cuff and
2
Link?
turtles. No, they gave him Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle names. Like the first one's Donatello,
Love it.
and I don't know what the second one is.
You
but-
see my turtles, Cuff and Link.
Okay.
You remember that, Rocky? Pet turtles.
Jeez. Any opportunity to do a Rocky impression?
Well, you guys don't remember Cuff and Link from Rocky?
No one remembers the pet.
Dude, remember when
turtles
Rocky
from
Balboa? They became huge.
Look, man.
I gotta go get some. That's how we met Adrian at the pet food shop. You do turtle food for Cuff and Link.
Can I buy a headband for my turtle? Is that possible?
Oh, you just tuck in and take it off.
My turtle. Yeah, because I just want to be able to tell them apart. Got 2.
What's the problem?
None.
What?
None.
Famous turtle names, Cuff and Link.
No.
Turtle
he wants
headband.
to put a headband on his turtle.
Now, what do you expect? I mean, give them a pass. They're both reptiles.
Come on.
All right. We're speaking of water. Rats Off a Ship is next.
Rats off a ship.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. We're streaming live on YouTube, Miami 560 WQAM on YouTube and Twitch. Streaming live on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. Hey, actor and comedian Paul Reiser is coming to the Broward Center a week from Friday. We've got your chance to win tickets to see him. All you got to do is enter online at WQM.com, and you could be on your way to see him at the Broward Center. Check that on out. On our way to see us is going to be Amy Audibert, Miami Heat analyst from Bally Sports and, of course, the Miami Heat Radio Network. We'll talk a little Heat basketball with Amy as the Heat are back in action tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. 7:30 tip-off from the Barclays Center. We call that the New York headquarters for Heat fans because there'll be Let's Go Heat fans, Let's Go Heat chants by the end of that game tonight for sure. And, that just is what it is. Duncan Robinson supposedly making his debut or his return. I keep saying debut like a dummy. His return. He has not played since January 4th. So good to see Dunks back on the floor tonight. We'll see what he's got. Person who's got our topics for Rats Off a Ship is Jay Fig. What do we got here, Jennifer?
Hello. First topic is Tyler Hero winning the 3-point contest.
I'm not Rats Off a Ship. I mean, we had a draft earlier today, and I took Tyler Hero with my first pick. I think Baby Goat's going to win this thing. I think he's being slept on. He's got some of the longest odds of the field. I think outside of Tyrese Halliburton. I think Tyler Hero's going to take this thing. I think he's going to stun everybody. Going to waltz in there, and on that big stage, Tyler Hero's going to win that 3-point contest, and all of a sudden, takeoff time for the rest of the season, even more so.
So you guys had a draft. Is there a wager on this? Like who? Like if you guys win, someone who gets nothing.
I don't know. Yeah, we have no.
You guys been dodging wagers recently. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of bet making. Not a
Why
lot
don't
of
you
wagers.
bet something if you're so
All right, I'm in
excited
the
to
draft
gamble
now
something?
too. I don't even know the contestants. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's right there.
Tyler
I'll give you a
Hero?
list. I'll give you a list of them.
Tyler Hero.
I already took him.
Oh, I can't have the same. Okay.
No, that's not how a draft works.
Oh, well, now I got the scraps.
Leroy, I assume you are Rats Off a Ship.
On Tyler Hero winning the. No, I'm good. I'm good.
You didn't pick him.
What does that mean?
I mean,
I'm Rats Off a Ship. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't pick him, but I don't have a
Rats off
problem.
the ship.
Like if he wins, I'm not gonna like, oh, damn, I lost. Like I'm gonna be happy.
But you don't think he's going to.
No, I do not.
So you're Rats Off a Ship? Say what you mean, what you
Rats
say
off
with
the
your rats.
ship.
What do you say, J Fig?
I am not Rats Off a Ship.
Believes in Boy Wonder.
I do.
All right. Marcos?
I've said this. I do not want him to win because it's a lot, and it would break my heart. So, I guess I'm Rats Off a Ship on him winning.
Rats off a ship.
What about number 2, J Fig?
Tom Brady is catching heat for saying Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction was good for the NFL. Would you like to know what he says?
I don't think it really. I am Rats Off a Ship on that statement. Like I don't feel like Janet
Rats
Jackson's
off a ship.
Nipplegate was. First of all, she said that she's gone through a lot. She went through a lot of emotional trauma from that. So, Tom Brady, why don't you be a little bit more sensitive to it? But not surprising that Tom Brady wouldn't know what the feelings of anybody else are like. I mean, he is Tom Brady, who never answers for his crimes. So you want to know something? I'm glad Tom Brady is getting some heat finally for some comments and that he steps in a little bit. You know who could use some canceling? Tom Brady. It's enough of this guy. Oh, everything he does touches to gold. Why don't you, how about this, Tom? Open up your heart and your mind a little bit. Don't you think about what it went through for Janet Jackson? You think, it was good for the NFL. And you want to know what was good for the NFL? Football was good for the NFL, not nipples.
Is there a reason why it was good for the NFL?
Yeah, explain it to me, Tom. Oh, publicity is good publicity? Really? Oh, is that so? Did you think it was good publicity when Giselle Bündchen was waltzing around with a jiu-jitsu instructor? I bet not.
I have to show this publicity enough. You don't need a nipple.
What?
involved.
Lashing out, dude.
I'm not. Well, listen, he lashed out first at Janet Jackson. I'm just sticking up for JJ.
Do they call her that?
I don't know. Do they?
No.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Are you,
No, man.
You Rats Off a Ship?
You know what? I'm Rats Off a Ship, but for different reasons. I'm not different reasons.
Rats off a ship.
Because keep in mind, most people weren't watching it live, so it didn't matter. So when you say that, if you would have said this halftime show was the most watched halftime show in the history of the NFL, then I could say it. But they were all watching replays and nobody was really, a lot of people missed it. Right? So, nah. I mean, I don't think it helped. I think good football helps. I think what happened this past weekend, the game being 38-35, right, with two teams going at it, did a lot more for the NFL than Riri 50 feet in the air.
Riri actually apparently had like the peak numbers.
Good.
But here's what's funny. Why are so many people complaining?
Because that's what people do, dude. If you have
Publicity
160,
doesn't matter.
if you have
apparently.
116 million people tuning in, you're gonna have dozens of ingrates who are gonna
Lovers,
say,
haters.
"How could she sniff her crotch? How?" Some people. I saw one clip today of a guy saying it was satanic.
What?
I swear to, I don't know what it was from because, like, I don't know if it's from LooneyvilleNews.com or wherever, but the guy's like, "This is just like the story of the devil coming down with the fallen angels. Did you not see that she was wearing red and they were all wearing white?"
Wow.
Like,
I did hear that. You could be on something.
I didn't think about that, sir. I don't know why we keep thinking that award show. I mean, I guess Sam Smith wanted that because he was dressed as the devil, but
here's what's crazy. More people looked at her halftime show and say it was a baby reveal than what this knucklehead was saying.
yeah,
So,
it was
like,
it was
whatever.
wild to me.
Copy my style.
What about you, J-Fig? What about this Tom Brady, right?
I'm
Enough of him.
super rats off a ship. How was that good for the
Rats off the ship.
NFL? Okay, it was a mishap. Back in the day, I feel like it was a lot like of a more of a situation. Now people just laugh it off, but back then I feel like they would have like really criticized.
I'll
her
tell you who
over it.
was a big coward was that Timberlake when that whole thing went down.
right?
He went running scared.
What are you talking about?
Did he back Janet Jackson? No,
Not at all.
Now all of a sudden he did years later. Damage is done, JT.
Yeah, it's true.
Damage is
Well,
done.
because think about this. Here's the funny thing about that whole situation. It's like they kind of defended each other, but not really because the chatter wasn't terrible, right? And then years later, then everybody came out and, no, it wasn't an accident or whatever. But nobody said anything right away. They go, let's let it play out. Let's see where this goes.
Marcos?
I think it was good publicity for that. I don't know. I kind of agree with him,
What?
Okay, name of a Super Bowl performance. Okay, that's actually a couple before. Name an exciting performance. Yeah, no, I guess it wasn't good for the NFL.
Hold on. Here's how you figure it out.
Yeah.
Because if I say in 5 years, who won the Super Bowl when Riri did the halftime show, you're going to remember. It's a good game.
Was a good game.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't remember who won the Super Bowl.
I don't even remember which
when
one it was.
Janet Jackson.
Patriots, Panthers. I looked
probably
it
could
up,
just
yeah.
Oh, that was a good
Patriots.
game, too.
It was. It came down to a field goal.
Yeah, remember there was no scoring in the first half and then both teams just caught fire? Or was that the second one they
I don't
went
think
to?
I am going to remember like who won.
What year was that?
That was 2004. The Janet Jackson.
2004. So
Yeah.
that was with that was
So that was
the
the
first
third. That was the third one they cheated.
That was the second one they cheated
Ah,
because
alright.
the third one they cheated was after that with the Eagles.
Got it.
So yeah, so like you don't even remember who was playing the Super Bowl then.
Yeah.
No, it's a more infamous halftime show than the game, but I don't think it was good for football. Like, I don't think football benefited from
right.
Janet Jackson's boob being out.
Rats off a ship.
Yeah. I do like I was looking at
If anything, I think it ruined halftime shows for because remember they
That's
wouldn't even
what
like
I'm
have
saying.
women be on the halftime show.
Remember
for
they
years.
went with like Rolling Stones.
Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Tom Petty.
Yeah, well, back down. I'm like, oh, thrilling.
Yeah, it was pretty bad for a while. So that's true. So yeah, rats off a ship. Tom Brady.
And also Tom Brady.
Rats
Shut
off a
up,
ship.
dude.
Seriously.
Okay.
Is this like an
Do me a
insight
favor,
on
Tom.
Yeah.
Go on your podcast
Ooh.
and shut up.
Yeah. Go yell at your friend.
Go on there and just stare at a screen.
What else we got, J-Fig?
Number 3, Mike Gesicki getting 70 out of 80 catches next season on whatever team he's on.
What?
Mike Gesicki getting 70 to 80 catches next season.
Oh.
I'd agree with that.
Wow.
I'm good.
That's the buzz. Yeah, I saw that. Like that was a thing going around yesterday because apparently his name was being buzzed about around the Super Bowl because they think if he gets into a better system that he'll get more catches. His career high is 73.
Mhm.
I can see him getting 70 catches again. That doesn't seem that unreasonable.
that's not unreasonable.
That's
I
not
can see
unreasonable.
it. I can see it. Because keep in mind, a team that's going to sign him is going to be a team looking for that type of production from him.
Yeah, if
They're
you
not
go-
going to try to put
Now,
him
if
on the
you-
end of the line of scrimmage.
If you came back to me and you said, "Hey, Mike Gesicki surprisingly signs another 1-year deal with the Dolphins," then I'll be rats off the ship.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, "Ah,
No
he's
way.
he's not gonna get 70 catches here."
That'll be like double.
But he's not coming back here. He's not. He's already said goodbye.
Yeah, he did.
He's already, the writing is on the wall. All right. Mike Gesicki has told you he's rats off a ship.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
But if he goes somewhere else, I'm not rats off a ship that he gets 70 to 80. I think it's possible.
Yes.
He's done it once. Do it again.
So where are your rats then? Like, are they like stipulation rats?
Yeah. If we bring this topic, we'll bring this topic back if he resigns with the Dolphins. Then I will be rats off a ship. They are currently, but right now my rats are heading over to the lounge. They're putting their sunglasses on and they're staying on the cruise.
All right, I like that.
Why are you looking at me so disgusted? What would you do if you were
That seems to be the going trend.
Hmm?
No, I'm not rats off a ship.
What is the going trend?
Me looking at you that way?
I don't understand why.
You go out of your way to make sure that at some point during the day I look at you that way. Now that you got trending rats and
I got the shades on the top deck.
Well, yeah,
Lido deck,
like a little rat family on the cruise.
That's nice, you know.
Spell Lido deck.
Oh, I worked on a boat.
Ledo.
No, it's Lido.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said it. My bad. I meant I. Wow, this is like in Goy all over again. You know what? Get me out of here.
-1.
I don't even hear myself speak.
First of all,
We're lashing out.
I didn't even ask you. You just chimed on in with the wrong answer.
You know what? Give me a -3.
Marcos, your rats.
-1.
Mike Gesicki.
I am not rats off a ship. I think he's going to do it because either the new team that picks him up will utilize him better, or we will find a way to get him the damn ball.
Wow. J-Fig, what about your rats with Mike Gesicki?
They're not rats off a ship.
All right.
But I'm rats off a ship myself right now.
Yeah, that's fair. How about the final topic for today, J-Fig?
You know, I feel like I'm just gonna butcher that too because I can't even spell Lido right now.
Lido.
Eric.
Oh no.
The enemy.
No, don't bail her out.
In my head, I hear that, but I'm like, let me
retract.
Eric B for not getting
Hey, we probably should have let you stumble through that a little
No,
bit.
I don't want to. Not getting a head coaching gig.
She like went up to the line of scrimmage and she's like, time out.
Time out. Coach, we didn't practice this look.
What about Eric Bieniemy?
No coaching job. No head coaching job.
For not getting a head coaching job.
Yeah.
Wow. Again, huh?
Yes.
Mhm.
I would.
I saw Tyreek Hill was upset about it.
I would say there's something else going on.
There has to be, dude.
Either
School
with
Super
the,
Bowls.
either with the interview process, or is he really calling the plays? Like, I mean, Andy Reid gives him all the credit and whatever, but during that game,
man, even Joe Philbin got a job though.
Hey,
Not calling plays.
Hey, Andy Reid is behind that.
I understand.
Right. So I don't. There's. See, and here's the problem I have. If we would just hire the guys that we felt were most qualified, regardless of, race, we wouldn't be in this situation. Because now we're doing the opposite with Eric Bieniemy. And that is, why doesn't he have a job? And this is what they're, and I'm like,
it is odd though. Like we normally see every team that has greatness around them.
Like their coach gets picked up. Like so Philadelphia,
both of their
coordinators got head coaching job.
White guys.
And I would say that the only reason why no coach from Kansas City did is because Spags already been a head coach. We've seen that.
Spags a retread. He's
right.
a retread city.
But I don't know, like, see, when we don't, here's the problem. You're not going to know why he's not getting the job. And so we come to our own conclusions. But there is a reason why.
Tyreek Hill said, EB still no job, crazy to me. Another great coach slept on. Sleepy emoji.
And again, I'm not taking away from his knowledge. I mean, hell, everybody says really good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what that interview process is. And I don't know what other teams are getting out of this interview. So I'm not just going to chalk it up, because if you have any type of success with one of these programs, you usually get picked up.
Right. Like,
so I'm curious to know as to why he's not. And I'm not just going to say what everybody else is saying.
No, but it stands out. Like, how could it not?
Does.
How could it not stand out?
It does when you're the only – listen, you go back to the Rams, right? You go
Oh, they picked the bones of Sean McVay.
You go to the Rams. You go to the Eagles, right? All these guys have gotten jobs already. I would like to know why. And I'm not just going to say because he's black. Because we're missing something. See, we don't know the process that they go through.
I mean, how many, with this past hiring cycle, how many black coaches got hired? Just D'Amico Ryans? Was he the only one?
D'Amico Ryans, but he was really the only one other than was Brian Flores. Brian Flores
in it, but Brian Flores, I think, interviewed with a couple jobs, and then he bailed on the Cardinals job.
Right. So
not that he was going to get hired, but he bailed on interviewing with them again.
Right. So there's
Leslie Frazier's one that gets him brought up that he doesn't get.
He already was a head coach.
He was a head coach,
right?
But he's
right
now he's with the Bills. I know he's a little bit older, but still
right. No, he ain't that old. I mean,
no, he's not. He's not like it's not Fangio. He's not out getting tapioca.
So from that standpoint, I'm just curious because we all feel that he's qualified enough, but we don't hire people. And I would just like to know, which you're never going to find out, why. Because there's something else that we're missing that other people have access to that we don't. Because they are pretty much hiring anyone who has success.
Yep.
And he's had more success than all those guys.
I know.
So if I'm just looking at it, does he deserve to be a head coach? Yes. But I'm not going to get on anybody because I don't know why.
It's not only that he doesn't have a gig, though. It feels like he's getting even interviewed
farther away from it.
Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I think he should get a chance. But it may be like there are a lot of excellent coaches in football, in basketball, in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be head guys.
Yeah, but the NBA hired a lot of black coaches over the last couple of cycles.
Yeah, but there's also here, and I will say
it's a better reflection of your players.
No, there's also more applicants. There's more people in basketball that have gone through the process. Yeah. See, when we talk about the NFL,
the Heat coaching staff is, I think, mostly black. Think about it.
Right, but all those guys won't be head coaches, like just because they're going through the process.
They won't. I mean, they won't all be head coaches, but at least, like, if you look at Spo's staff, he's got Malik Allen, Karan Butler, Anthony Carter are all on his staff.
Right, but I would say that when you look at basketball and you look at just how coaches get these jobs and go through the process, there's more minority coaches going through the process than in football. So when you go through that interview process, you have a bigger pool, and most of your qualifying guys are minorities. It's not like that in football.
I know, but it's pretty crazy that the guy who's got 2 rings, calling plays, not call. Even Philbin got a ring, and then he got a job.
Yeah, but before I say he should or shouldn't and blame it on that, I would like to know why. I'm like, is it the interview process? Is it something you feel uncomfortable with? And I know you're never going to get that answer. And so that seems tough because they hire anybody. You have success, you're getting hired. So I would like to know. I mean, think, who's the offensive coordinator. He was getting interviewed for jobs, and now he don't even have a job.
Somebody go distract Glenn because we butchered the clock.
You did.
Oh my gosh. Rats off a ship.
Summer swindle word is enjoy. ENGOY. Enjoy. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Taking up until 2. Butchered the clock, so it's going to be a short segment, everybody, just so everybody knows. But,
champs, baby.
oh, well.
Lack of champs.
How many munchies have you had today, dude?
1. Yeah. This is it.
No, dude, you had at least 2.
No, I didn't.
You sure?
I promise you.
All right.
Check his pockets.
What are you talking about?
Okay. He's offended.
Well, let's get to some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks, and this is how they park all those trucks in Publix, and it annoys the hell out of me.
Oh, with the thing down?
No,
Oh.
backing in.
I get annoyed by the backers, too.
Why?
Because they're not that good of drivers.
Okay, that's okay. That's
It's also like one of these things where, like, you know, either back in now, why can't you just, if you're so good at backing in, why can't you just back out when, you know, you park normally?
It's a little convenient. You don't like it's a valet thing. The valet.
No, because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Nobody ever backs in on the first try. And
that's
here's
fair.
the other thing.
Yeah.
When you're in the Publix line and somebody pulls out,
Yep.
If that person pulls past that spot, it's over.
Oh, yeah, I feel
So
that.
he pulls past the spot and then tries to back in.
Yeah.
Now you got a situation.
Well, what's the
'Cause
protocol
I thought you
there?
were past the stop.
What's the protocol? there?
Once you pass the stop.
But I want a back park.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it like old boy from the OJ trial.
Okay.
Once you pass the spot, you lose the spot.
All right.
I'm with him on that.
False.
Really?
Somebody tried doing this yesterday when I was dropping off.
talking
My
about?
kids forgot their lunchbox, so I had to drop off the lunchboxes.
Nice guy.
Lunchbox.
Yeah, lunchbox.
Yeah.
You know, just eat lunch at school today.
Well, they may see. Here's the thing: I make the lunchboxes.
Oh.
So if I go through putting the work in to make the lunches,
Then you're gonna eat the steak.
better eat those damn lunches.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
No, makes sense.
I'm not gonna sit here having Jenny the cafeteria lady's food when I sat here and I made you some sandwiches.
Wow. Okay.
Dude,
What'd you make?
Jenny cooks every day though.
I got to tell you.
PB&J.
Oh, okay. Oh, a gourmet. What? Did you cook that sandwich?
That's what they want.
Okay, you didn't cook that.
Can I just say
They're
this?
kids.
On the list of sandwiches,
Yeah.
that's bum ass.
Oh, whoa.
It's the easiest.
Okay, dude.
It's the
Wait,
easiest.
wait,
way.
wait,
What
What if
peanut-
he
wait,
put an
Peanut
Uncrustable?
butter and jelly is the easiest to prepare.
Okay,
You made it sound like you
Okay, dude.
you made it sound like you broke
You are
your foot
so
off in a
wrong.
meal.
You are
He
so wrong.
turns
Wait,
the
wait,
peanut butter.
Crust
You wanna
off
know- you
or
wanna-
crust on?
One off, one on.
Damn, custom
orders.
Stuff.
You want to know something, dude?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about PB&J.
All right.
It is actually one of the hardest sandwiches to perfect. Okay. You have to get the right ratio of PB to J. You can't just throw it on your
Well,
willy-nilly
here,
like
let
I'm
me
some
tell you.
Winwood artist.
Let me tell you what happens. If you use like that grape jelly, it breaks up. It doesn't like it doesn't spread like jam or something like that.
Only if you're not good. But me,
You know what?
they call me the Picasso PB&J.
Make us some PB&Js.
I will.
wanna see-
I will make
want-
you
I wanna
PB&Js.
see.
I will make you PB&Js. I will make them live here in
Yes.
studio, making
Dude.
you some PB&Js. And you
Cook
want to know
it
something?
so-
It will be
Yeah.
delicious.
Okay, so
School prep with Tobin.
you mean to tell me someone has walked by you and said, "Oh, there goes Picasso PB&J over there."
Yeah, that's right, dude. They're like a real artist of our time. I am the Art Basel of lunch, dude.
All right.
Sweet.
Peanut butter
Mm.
is gonna have its finest stretch coming up.
What?
What?
Because the only reason why
You gonna choke peanut butter out?
peanut butter is good is when it's in the egg.
What?
Other than that,
In the what?
kick rocks.
In an egg?
Easter egg.
Peanut butter
Oh.
in an Easter
Time out.
egg?
Peanut butter eggs.
Time out.
What are you talking about, dude?
Dude,
Full time
hold
out?
on.
What?
Did you just tell peanut butter to kick rocks?
I think you just did.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Unless
That
there's
doesn't sit
chocolate.
well with me.
Unless there's chocolate.
Don't say things you can't take back.
I can
'Cause
take
I'm
it
not
back.
going to let you
I can
just
take it back, 'cause
slander peanut butter.
First of all,
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass adult.
Break his
I
legs.
don't need PB&J anymore.
Okay.
All right.
You would turn one down?
What is going on? What about the uncrustable PB&Js?
No, that's the worst.
What?
That's the worst.
I told you.
Lazy ass lunch people.
That's true.
What are you talking
Although
about?
my son does love an Uncrustable.
Look,
That's all my
pinch.
kids eat.
Yeah.
That's
the,
all.
the
They love it.
Nutella Uncrustable?
No one says
Until they
Nutella.
realized that their
is
father
good.
was an artist.
So
Okay.
here's the deal.
Picasso apparently.
My daughter wasn't a big fan of Uncrustables. Fonz, he had them things everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all he ate. But no, come on.
You know who
What
was eating
lazy
one
lunch?
yesterday?
Who?
Don't judge me.
We've offended a backer.
Marcos!
What, man? It was a Nutella one.
Why are you eating
They're delicious.
When I saw it in his hand yesterday, I'm like, "Where's Leroy?"
What, man?
You're eating children's food.
I do
dude.
feel like I reached the height limit
You're
for eating
food
Uncrustables.
shaming him.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Like,
certain things I
You're
do,
a
I'm like,
food
as an
shamer.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I am not.
Those
So
are
is Tobin,
fire.
though. I
There's
had a few
certain
Skittles
things
this
that a
morning.
grown adult should not eat.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh boy.
here's the only exception I will give you, Marcos.
Yes.
You will experience this
Yeah.
in no time
Oh,
that
kids stealing
you
their shit.
are the human garbage disposal.
It's true.
So whatever your kid don't finish, that's what you eat.
Texter writes in, he says, -1 Tobin for being a fat cat. You can make
Woo!
better sandwiches than that. Dude, I'm
Minus
taking
one.
orders. If my
No.
kids wanted another sandwich, I would
It's
go to the
kids,
store and I would make
though.
them whatever they want.
You use good.
Their
like,
order
normal
is PB&J. That's what they want. You want to know why?
Because it's
Because their
easy.
father's the Picasso of PB&J,
bread?
dude.
Because they go, here's what they go. They go, hey, Tommy, what do you want for lunch? Well, Sophie, I would like ham and cheese, but we don't want to put that heat on Daddy.
A ham and cheese.
Let's
is
just
Why
go
are you
with the
breathing so
basic
heavenly?
peanut butter and jelly.
a
I haven't
ham
seen-
and
it's a
cheese,
secret
a
meeting.
ham and cheese or a turkey and cheese for that's easier for a kid than it is a PB&J.
Some
Easier.
turkey.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Wow. Gotta take a break, man.
You know
We gotta
what?
take a break.
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you can put in the bag and it can sit there all week.
Which is why it's a good school lunch.
You want to know what my favorite brand of PB&J is?
Oh no.
Do you get it with the nuts or without?
It's
Without. Don't be ridiculous.
Crunch.
Crunchy's good.
Jiffy.
Yes.
Jiffy.
Crunchy. If you would have told me I do
I'm
peanut
done
butter
with
with
your opinion
crunchy,
on this topic.
then,
Okay.
then
Wait, so which one do you use?
Yeah, I need to know.
Peter Pan.
Okay.
AM 560.
Murray Smith. Gabe cleaning up the space, asking people sitting courtside, hey, pull your feet back. I need some room.
Yeah.
You see this wingspan I got to deal with. Gabe slaps it at the rim to Jimmy. Yeah, it's over. The game is still, what? Are you kidding me? There's still 0.3 remaining. No timeout. The inbound ball game. Heat win 97-95. This one belongs to the Heat. Namdi to Jimmy. Night.
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
Broward Health, celebrating 85 years of service to our community. Then, now, forever. Broward Health.
All right, time for a little 15 minutes of Heat here for you on your home for Miami Heat basketball. 560 WQAM. Heat have their final game before the All-Star break tonight as they are taking on the Brooklyn Nets. 7:30 tip-off tonight from the Barclays Center. 6:15 preheat gets going on your radio dial with Alejandro Solana, Tommy Tig. They'll get you all ready for the action. And then, of course, you can watch that tonight on Bally Sports Sun. And we're going to talk to Miami Heat analyst. You can hear her on the radio calls with Jason Jackson and tonight in studio with Will Manso on Bally Sports Sun. 7 o'clock, they'll get their coverage going tonight. Amy Audibert joining us here, first season doing Heat games. She's been doing a fantastic job. So we'll talk some Heat basketball with Amy. Amy, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Hey, Brendan, thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. It sounds like, we don't know if it's official yet, but it sounds like we might be getting Duncan Robinson back tonight. It seems like it's getting better. How much would this help, Amy? I don't know what the hell's going on with the shooting this year. I don't know what's going on.
Holy smokes,
No,
I've never
it's
seen
crazy because it's just like from first last year in the regular season to just struggling to find consistency. And it's so strange because I don't think they are totally uneasy with their shot profile. They get a lot of good shots. But one thing that's really encouraging is the last 3 games. So the Houston game, the Orlando game, and even what was the last game? Because they all just come. Denver, duh. They all started the game hitting threes in that first quarter. And it was kind of like, oh, this is what the team kind of thinks like where they probably thought they would be. So I think having Duncan back, and whether he's back or not, and it's funny, we always joke, it kind of feels like the G League. I worked the G League for about 2.5 seasons with the Raptors. And I loved it because I felt like it made me a lot better in that you show up and you never know who's actually playing. You think you have a game plan or an idea of what the rotation or game plan might be, and it gets thrown out the window because someone's on assignment or someone gets, pulled up or whatever. So, but to your point, just getting Duncan back whenever that happens, it is whether he's gotten off to consistent 3-point shooting. He has not this season, but it's about reps and it's about game reps. So if this team can find a place where Duncan's like comfortable out there and hitting shots consistently, of course they're going to be better. He's the best 3-point shooter in the history of this franchise. And I think we forget that. Like we've forgotten this. We have forgotten that this year. And I'm not, and I understand why, right? But like, let's not forget the man has hit a lot of shots wearing a Miami Heat jersey. And if we can get him back to that, this team's going to be okay.
I don't like that you looked at me like that.
I've always said one of the hardest things to do is to do something consistently where you fail in 60% of the time. It wears on you. And so everybody just says, oh, this guy's a bum. He can't make it. He's not shooting the ball well. And he's this, he's that. I'm like, dude, it is so hard to wrap around being a failure 60% of the time. And it usually works out. Now, it hasn't for these guys in the last 10 months. That they bring it, but I still have to sell the hope that this is gonna turn around because it happens to shooters all the time. It just hasn't happened this long. I've never seen it happen this long, but these guys are good shooters. I don't know, what do you do? Because everybody says, let's replace them, let's trade them. And I'm like, you're not gonna get good as shooters as these guys.
You got to keep shooting it. Like I said, I think the last week or so, at least in spurts, you're starting to see it a bit more. And the thing at the end of the day is shot making is contagious. Like, let's not forget when someone starts hitting, everyone starts feeling a little bit better. I really do believe, and I know we're sick of talking about this, but the way the season got started with just the injuries and two new starters and all that stuff, that does affect your shooting because your rhythm's different, because your rotation's different, your touches are different, you're playing with different guys. Of course, that's going to take time. Like, these aren't just stagnant shots. And by the way, it's the NBA. You're going up guys that are like 6'5" to 6'9" and long. Like, things aren't just, you don't just go out there and stand with your hands up. Like, your shots come from rhythm. And the thing about Duncan, I thought was just I thought he got off to a pretty good start this season in terms of putting the ball on the deck. And then even his defense looked a little bit better. And that's because I think he was probably in the gym playing a lot of one-on-one to improve his defense this summer. But then when you're when you're playing one-on-one and you're a shooter, you kind of figure out how to put the ball on the deck, right? So you kind of started seeing these like glimpses of a bit more other things that, of course, are going to help open a shot up more. So for me, obviously, like I always want to see players healthy. I think Duncan can be really important down the stretch here for Miami. So whether it's tonight or whether it's sometime soon, I will be happy when he's back out there.
Amy, quick question: the last play of the game for Jimmy, where they threw it to him and he dunked it to win the game.
Yeah,
there can't be goaltending on that, correct? On an inbound pass.
No, and actually the thing is, if you remember a couple years ago, Jay Triano, who was the head coach of Phoenix at the time, drew up an inbound play, and I know that because I went to the same high school as Jay Triano. He actually grew up the street from my parents, so like I was monitoring a little bit. He drew up the inbound play where it was a shot attempt from out of bounds. And like, it has to be done perfect, but it's legal because his team had it. I think it was, I don't remember exactly, it was 0.3 or 0.4 seconds, but yeah, like I think it went off the rim or it was a shot.
No,
at the
DeAndre
rim.
Ayton caught it, but it was over the cylinder.
Yes, yeah, but it was legal because it was just, so I think it was a brilliant play. I still, this is the funny part about the whole thing. When that happened, again, because I'm coming from the Raptors, Kyle Lowry in the bubble made a pass to OG Anunoby to extend the series against Boston. I don't know if y'all remember it. I think it was over Taco Fall. And he got it over his head across the court to the opposite side to OG, who had to literally like catch and shoot. It had to go right in his pocket. And it did. And I remember after the game the other night, I was saying, my gosh, you hear about how Gabe Vincent has really like picked Kyle's ear for so long and all this stuff and how he's been like a really good mentor to some of these younger guys. And it was the same thing. Like that pass over Jabari Smith, 6'11", had like, you're not even aiming for Jimmy. You're aiming for a spot and hoping he's there. You know what I mean? And I just thought for those two guys to have that moment was absolutely incredible. So, I mean, yes, while I understand this is a very passionate fan base, I'm learning that. And I think it's a positive problem when you expect to compete for a title every year, or at least, you know, get up there. But this team it's exciting, right? At least they're figuring out ways to stay in games, which is fun.
Every game is close. I'm curious, Amy, since you've been around, you know, you've seen Kyle with the Raptors and seeing, you know, what his year here. What have been like your impressions with him and what he's talked about, you know, having to feel out some stuff because, you know, Bam and Tyler are obviously growing a lot more since the first year he's been here. He's obviously dealing with the knee thing too, but just, I guess, watching him, is there something different that you've seen from him this year as opposed to other years? Like what stands out to you about Kyle's season that's kind of been a bit of a up and down?
Yeah, I think it's just been the consistency factor. Again, I always go back to, because I just started getting in with the Raptors when Kyle was kind of getting out with the Raptors, but I know that being around there and I'm hearing the same thing in terms of just like his leadership off the court. And last year with the Raptors, Fred VanVleet, who's had to step into the role, but really spent a lot of time with Kyle in the first couple of weeks of the season. His numbers weren't great last year, and they ended up having a great season last year. And I remember specifically after a game, he said, I've been deferring for a couple of weeks, trying to get everybody else involved and like trying to get everybody touches and because that's kind of your job as a point guard, right? And I think that Kyle's always trying to do that, whether we realize it or not. He's always trying to get his teammates involved and healthy and find rhythms and all that fun stuff. And that has been a challenge this year. No one's been able to really find consistency in anything. And unfortunately for Kyle, like now he's not healthy again. So, but the one thing, and I feel like I continue to have these conversations here all the time. And I guess I'm a little bit biased in that I've seen it. I grew up watching Kyle Lowry. I know I know late game. Well, right now he's not even on the court late game. It's Gabe Vincent. But I know he wants to win, and I do believe he's a really good teammate.
Amy, the games being so close, how stressful do you think this is really? Because like Spo, we hear him after the game, and I love him. He's like, son, this is exciting. This is money's worth. This has to be though exhausting for the entire team. That it's great that they're getting all these late game moments to try and execute, but the margin is so small. So it's like you have a game like Houston where it's like, great, you won on a dunk, and then you come back against Orlando, but then it's like you go against Denver, and then you're right there again, but just the execution doesn't go quite right. So how do you navigate that as a team, watching this team and everything being so close? Like, do you think this is going to burn them out at any point?
No, in that, some of these games you still don't have your regular rotation guys available. So I don't know if it burns them out. If anything, I think it was Bill Parcells. I used to have it written down. Like, confidence is demonstrated ability. So I think that whether we see it or not, this team is kind of like, yeah, I've been here, done this. Like, this is how we play. And then it has to mean something down the end, especially when you get into tight games. But to your point, I said that with Jax on the call. I was like, against Houston and especially against Orlando, you saw a younger team. Like, they were playing against a team that, or especially in Orlando, really just took some bad shots when the game got tight. And Miami just continued to execute and got what they want. Now, obviously, when you're playing against Jokic, I don't care who else is available for Denver. You don't want to be in a tight game. You just don't. I mean, there's a reason the guys, in my opinion, it might triple the MVP here in consecutive years. It's funny because, yes, like, you keep your glass half full and you listen to it. And I think it was Bam. He's saying, we had him on the radio after the game. The Houston game, I think, they all blend together, as I'm sure you could tell. And he was kind of like, yeah, I mean, in some ways, like, we're getting experience in playing type games, and if we can gut them out, it's great. And then Jimmy's like, it's great that we win, but we're tired of being in this position, right? I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I always say you wake up, and it doesn't matter if you're a coach, you're a player, whatever. You wake up every day, and your goal is to go 1-0 that day. And that has to be like the focus. Just figure out how to win the game. And especially with the way this season's going in the Eastern Conference, wins have a very heavy weight, and they're going to get heavier now in the last, 3 weeks, 2 months? No, I don't even know, a month and a half of the regular season. But listen, like, as long as you win the games, that's the most important thing. I hope that, and I do believe that it develops a certain confidence in being able to execute on both ends of the ball in tight situations and having that type of experience, because you can't simulate that in practice, right? Like, you can't simulate that. Yeah. So, I mean, 41 clutch games, leading the league. They're on pace to set some NBA history, right? The Denver Nuggets played 41 games. I think it was the 77-78 season. 3 points or less, decided by 3 points or less. And Miami's at 31 right now. So every time we sit there and we're super stressed, I'm like, at least we're watching history. We can say that.
You know what? You should tell Spo that one. You can add it to his greatest show on court, because
this is torture. It's torture.
It is fun. But I just imagine it's got to be stressful on the team. That's all. There's no easy ones. Even if it's like, once we the 14-point lead comes, I'm like, yeah, but we know there's at some point this is going to be a 6 to 4 point game.
Keep your glass half full. It doesn't matter if it's Houston or it's Denver. You're going to play.
Right.
Like, as long as you can keep it close. And I mean, to the other point, right? It's like, I just don't think this team has been fully healthy long enough to, like, give themselves a real, like, shake at it, which is crazy because it's after tonight, the All-Star break. Right. So I think that's just the biggest component for these guys is just taking care of their bodies and see what they can do.
Amy, it seems like the Heat are the only team in the East that haven't had that run. You know what I mean? That 10 out of 12, or that they'll win 3, lose 2, win 4, lose 2. They haven't had that stretch where they go 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 12. And I'm just waiting for that, because then that's going to set them up for the postseason.
Oh yeah, then they're like sitting in fourth probably right now.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Absolutely. But I mean, even so, you look at I actually have this written down. You look at the Denver game, the best team in the West, and I mean they are. And by the way, we saw them without Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon the other night. Right. Denver's really good. Everyone's talking about Phoenix is going to win this thing now. If Denver consistently plays like this, I'd be surprised not to see them there. Miami played them, lost by 4. And there are 3 bench rotation guys, rookie Orlando Robinson, 10-day Jamari Bouye, and undrafted Haywood Highsmith. Right. Playing with the best team in the West, like playing them to the final possessions. That has to be, and I know, like, again, you look at wins and losses and that's all that matters, but they're putting themselves in a position to win. And it's obviously the guys out there who's available. I think not having Victor Oladipo again has been really tough for this team. I think he's such an important part of what they want to do, and especially in that second rotation. I think the staff is incredible because they put these guys in a position to win a basketball game every single night, regardless of who's available. So to your point, if they can get their full arsenal, like, you have to believe that they can stack up some wins.
Amy, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much. You guys can catch Amy tonight on Bally Sports Sun as Heat and Nets get going. They start their coverage at 7 o'clock. You guys can hear pre-Heat tonight as Amy's on the home games with Jason Jackson on the radio call. Pre-Heat with Solana starts tonight at 6:15. Amy, so thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your week. I know I am. I'm gonna
Yeah,
sleep.
enjoy your break. Absolutely. Amy she's been doing a great job this year. So guys, catch her tonight with Will Manso on Bally Sports Sun. We'll take a quick break, wrap things up on the other side. welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy.
Yes.
Something's going on with this mic.
I probably should have said. You think I should have like say, "Hey, Amy, ¿cómo se va?"
What is that?
Sorry, what?
How are you?
Is that French?
What is that?
Huh.
Oh,
Just
Yeah,
went
Amy is Canadian.
Yeah, we never had the whole.
Also played for
country.
the Canes, by the way. Amy played for the Canes back in I think it was 04 to 06, I think. Like that.
I'm trying to think
Basketball
that
school.
not
basketball school.
I don't know if they're from. She's not from a French speaking
province.
I don't know.
Ooh, look at me.
You're also the same guy that said you thought my wife was going to get injected with stem cells.
Wait,
so
what?
stop.
Is she not?
I said she has to have carpal tunnel surgery.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, oh, he said, what do they do? Oh, he said, I thought they just inject her.
We're not very smart.
Stem cells.
As a show.
Stem cells, dude.
Yeah, well, at least I can spell Lido deck.
Spell Lido deck.
Oh, I worked on a boat.
L-E-D-O?
No, it's L-I-D-O.
Oh, sorry, I said it. My bad.
Yeah, of course. It's already been established. You're bad. Were you thinking Jared Leto?
No, I was thinking but I said E.
By the way, that's a Leto with a T, not a D.
Stop it.
Just saying.
He's Leto.
I don't think so.
It's not Leto.
I think it's
Jared.
I think
Leto.
Jared?
Yeah.
Leto.
I thought it was Jared Leto.
It's Leto.
I think he goes Leto.
It's Leto.
You know what? He's a guy
You know
who
what?
says
I don't know. I don't care.
he's Leto,
I don't
but
care.
it's Leto, dude.
Oh, so you think he did it just to like make it more
Yeah.
Hollywood?
He's a guy who says my name is Mikael. Michael. No
Interesting.
problem, dude.
Oh no, they do that. Oh, in Canada, they go, oh, my uncle's Jules. I'm like, Jules? I'm not. No.
Nice try.
Nice try.
Got a notification from Shams. Russell Westbrook.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, he says when you look around the league, there's not a spot for Russell Westbrook. Slow moving market will be. We still have to see if he'll be able to find a home.
Huh.
So
Well, because here's
team's
the thing.
nervous about checking in on Russ.
You know why? He is the least efficient player in the league. But I will say this, and here's why I don't. I'm not gonna get too much on to Russ, because what he does is he plays with a lot of energy that a lot of guys won't play with.
Very competitive.
Very competitive. That has to help somebody. But he's not very efficient, so it gets lost when he starts, doing.
I mean, the idea that he did come off the bench this year, I thought was a huge step for him. Like the idea that he could just have his moment, because that is a huge. It's a. I remember what a thing it was for D Wade. Like when D Wade came back, he came off the bench as a reserve, which was kind of crazy because like he still was clearly the best player on the Heat, maybe Goran at the time.
Right.
But D Wade was still that dude at the end of games. I mean, they had Josh Richardson stepping out of bounds, like left and right every time they tried to do that move.
You never forgive him for that.
Well, it's not that I don't forget, because I like Jay Rich as a player. They tried to make Jay Rich the man on this team.
They did.
And he would always step out of bounds.
Yep.
Dude, okay. This is a side note.
Yeah.
You know who might have made the smartest move in football?
Who?
The Jaguars. Guess who they have the rights to?
Calvin Ridley?
Yeah. So when he comes back,
stacked.
Ooh,
stupid that he was gone.
Huh?
That's stupid that he was gone.
It is. Here's what I have a problem with that. I get why you can't do it. Okay. I understand it. Even with the explanation, you can't play that game. I understand that. But here's what I have a problem with. You're making a boatload of money off of these same.
It's the same thing with Bernie. I got pissed at that.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
I got the Manning brothers draped in togas every Sunday selling me on gambling.
Ooh, they sit around the table with Ricky Smiley.
The sport is as popular as it is because people love gambling on it. They love this. They love fantasy
That's
football.
why football is. What are you talking about now? Even before.
Yes. And now it's even more legal all over the place. By the way, when are we getting our gambling, dude? When are we allowed to gamble?
Yes, man.
Where is our gambling?
We're missing out on money.
We had gambling for like 3 weeks.
Speak
Not
to someone.
even.
Not even.
Well,
who's in charge?
I can't explain why you won't just make it legal. because the way I look at
I want to
it,
waltz into that.
for all the degenerates that go in the casino, right, and gamble or whatever, the state gets a cut, and that relieves some of that pressure off us.
You saw because like if you've been to the Hard Rock lately, they turned that. It used to be a comedy club, but they closed it, and now it's just this beautiful sports bar. Looks like it'd be a mean sports book once we were ready to.
The comedy club.
Yeah, you remember when you walked into Hard Rock Live?
Uh-huh.
The new one.
Yeah.
And then there was that little place. It was called the Seminole Hard Rock Comedy Club. It
Okay.
wasn't an improv. They wiped that out, and now it's like this beautiful sports bar, but it really could be a nice sports
book, which is they're prepping it. They're prepping it. I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Like, so here's where I am with this thing. There's certain things that happen. You may not like it or you may dislike it, and you don't want it to happen. Okay. But if I can go somewhere else and do it anyway, then you might as well take advantage of that money in your own state.
Right.
But they're too stubborn about it
I
for
know-
whatever
I
reason.
know there's like, I don't want to because I don't want to act like I know
No,
all the
we don't
details
know.
of it.
We don't
Like, I
know. We
that
just
there was a
want
whole thing.
gambling.
There was exclusivity with the Seminoles and all that, and I get that. But like, come on. Gambling, dude, let's go.
Works on my
Hard Rock.
Works on my. All I know is that people are doing it anyway. You might as well get a cut of it.
I want to go bet on Tyler Hero, dude.
Really?
Win that 3-point contest. That'd be great fun.
$10?
Long odds. What could that turn into?
$60.
$60, yeah.
I'll take that action. $10.
Done.
Okay.
Whoa!
Now.
All right.
I owe you.
I'll give you
What's going on?
the two $10 for your, and you give me the two $10 for mine.
Done.
So if either one of the four win, you got to pay the odds. Yeah.
Got it.
All right. There you go. So you're out $20. I'm out
Damn.
$20. That's a push. So we both got that.
But we both could get 60.
Ooh.
you
No, we
45.
can't.
What's going on?
I got a
here?
60. I got a 40 because I got Healed and I got Tyler. You got 45 for Dame. And who was the other guy you took? Oh, Mark. That's
Marketing.
50.
Yeah. I'm just like he always kills this. He always kills the heat. Why can't I?
Marketing?
Yeah. Markkanen, Vucevic. Who's the other one? You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, Jokic has been their dad.
Not
They don't
Jokic.
lose
Not
to
Jokic. Jokic beat everybody.
They don't beat
Yeah,
Jokic.
Jokic is just elite.
Mhm.
But I'm talking about them guys that you come across. Oh, this guy.
Oh, Boban.
Not Boban. Who's the other 3-point shooter?
He
It's
bouncing it?
Vucevic,
He bouncing it?
Markkanen,
Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich. There he is.
That's the one.
Bogdanovich. All of a sudden, 7 for 8 from 3.
Now, is that Boyan or Bogdan?
Oh God, there's
Because
two.
there's two Bogdanoviches.
Oh no.
Boyan was the one who
Yo.
did it on the Pistons. Then you have Bogdan who did it for the Hawks.
I was wondering. I was
What?
like, how many of these?
There's
teams?
two Bogdanoviches.
I didn't know.
Not
Leroy,
related?
I don't know.
Did you know there were two, Leroy?
No!
I thought they were the same one.
They were the same one.
Nope.
No.
Boy,
clue.
so you got
Boyan is on the Pistons. Some people, he was in some Heat rumors, some Heat fodder, but they wanted a lot for him.
no. I want the other one.
Bogdan.
I don't want him. I want the one I know. I
The
know
Pistons
Bogdan.
Piston one's having a career year though. He's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one's the good one?
Holy smokes! I
Had
There's
no clue. There was
two.
two.
Yep.
No clue.
mean, but look,
Do they even look alike? I didn't even look. I just know their name. I'm like, yeah.
are they related?
I don't think so.
How many Bogdanoviches you got floating around?
In Serbia, I don't know. I don't even know if they're Serbian, to be honest with you.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Just
you just-
assuming, huh?
I did just assume. I'm sorry.
That's almost
When
minus
you
one.
assume, you make an ass out of you.
Boyan is Croatian.
Oh, look at you. Apologize.
I do apologize to the Bogdanovich family.
Oh, nice.
The Boyan, not Bogdan, not Bogdan.
Okay.
Who's Bogdan?
Bogdan.
Bogdanovich.
He's got to be Croatian too,
He's
right?
Serbian. Bogdan.
Oh,
is Serbian.
Serbian and Croatian. So
Yeah.
needless to say, they're not related.
Well, no.
All right.
All right.
Call him research stoves. That's right.
Oh, dude.
They don't. He does fake research anyway. Y'all haven't figured that out yet?
Look, we're just happy for one thing on today's show. and
Don't.
That is
Don't. You better not.
Fangs up, dude. OnlyFangs has launched. We got all happening, dude.
What kind of music is playing on?
I don't know, but we're gonna get our Fang Bang on. I stole that from Marcos.
Ah, that is mine. I forgot. I was like, man, that's good.
Whoa, man. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
2-1 filthy.
You know, I saw a raccoon for the first time in 5 years the other day in this spot that I've been hunting, and that was one of the happiest moments of my life. And it's like, yes, maybe we are making a difference.
Spell Lido, Dick.
Oh, I worked on a boat.
L-E-D-O?
No, it's L-I-D-O.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it. My bad.
Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
Lynn took my toy. That is hot water, baby. Yeah.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Hope you mother have a good day.